god, what's he doing? Oh no. Rip.
I think it's the sausage curbs. But what actually happens is my TV decides to switch off. So it's on power saving mode at the moment, so it's got a countdown. So now I'm looking for my remote. If you notice, I'm looking around. I can't believe how funny this looks actually. I'm looking around for my remote. So obviously it's very off-putting. I then run slightly wide at Lesmo 1. Again, I'm back on track. Again, I'm looking around as we accelerate. A86 gets past me. And then we continue on. So this is probably not the situation we were expecting. I finally see the remote. I'm trying. I don't know how I get this on track and racing. I'm still in third after grabbing the remote. So now this has just gone drastically wrong. And we've suddenly got a load of work to do out of nowhere because I think we're in quite a tough position.
My wheel combust here. Oh, that's fine. Okay, that was really bad. Really, really bad. Oh no! Just been mugged. Absolutely mugged. Right, damage is on heavy, so we just need to take it nice and easy. I think people are going to spin and do all sorts. See, that's the lag I didn't want from streaming. Oops, someone's gone flying. Oi! Oh no, no, no! Oh, no. Game over, completely damaged.
As we get ready for the race, I'm surrounded by Ferraris yet again, which have been nerfed recently. So after round 6, they've been nerfed, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. However, we've got to try and compete with them here at Silverstone. I think Silverstone's probably more an Audi track if I had a decent setup. But even so, as we get ready for the race, obviously the leader dictates when we go, so we wait for Jardier to go. We hear him go, we accelerate. Look at the Ferrari's acceleration, honestly. So we go 3 wide into the first corner, and we get tagged. We try and catch, can't catch it. Hits Leon, who was on the outside because I had nowhere to go. And we've got 6 damage on the front here, and we're going to have to try and join the track with no way of looking to the sides. We're using arrows only. Oh my word, has Pazum made a mistake here? Pazum has made a mistake. Pazum has no fuel and he's at the start of the nudge. Oh my word, Pazum has made a colossal error here. Should have gone in the pit, hasn't. And is about to run out of fuel. This is unbelievable stuff here in this race. That's, who's that? Is it Iceberg going past us? I can't actually tell. It's not actually on the right hand side. There was Noah. Then Nick Meadow goes through as well. And then coming through his last corner. We're going to do this unbelievably as we head towards the line. My teammate is behind me there, Nastaric. He gives me a flash as well, but as we head towards the line, I'm hoping this is last lap because only it comes up with final lap. I realise, look at this, and we get some flashing going as well. We won the race with an incredible risk. But this is the bit where I go, I can catch up to this now because obviously Ed was slowing me up a little bit and I wasn't fighting too much because I knew where it's going to go. But look at that, look at where we are. And look at this! Oh! What a move! What a move at the exit of the Center S. I love that move. I took the opportunities where I could here. Oh, look how good this is. Nissan really pushing through that air really quick, much quicker than the RCZ, to be honest. You can see that gap really shrinking down. Watch this. Oh, look at that driving. Manu Rodri, well played. I just love the fact that I can race with guys like Manu Rodri and literally side by side in the 130R. So close, so clean. Just what racing. Hello everybody and welcome to the best of British Qualifier. Woohoo! We're actually in commentary this time. Obviously that's not the Murray Walker professional that you like, but yes, let me just check sound. Oh, I can't hear actually, it's connected to my TV. But yeah, we'll get into the seriousness at 8 PM. That's when we're going to kick off with qualifying first of all. But in the meantime, we are looking at practice at this moment in time, so just waiting for drivers to come in. I'll take you through the grid, just show you a few names, which you can see already on the left-hand side. Some big names from Britain, around Britain. And this is all obviously to qualify for the Best of British Multiclass race, which we have. Now, if you finish near the bottom in this race, you actually are then banned for a little while from racing in Best of British. So, you know, even if you're 10th, 9th, 8th, you want to make sure you keep that position and not risk everything, because you never know what happens at the end of a race. Guys in chat, let me know if there's any problems with audio. Obviously we don't do commentaries very often, and I'm actually using my video recording mic rather than the one I use to stream. So welcome to this Best of British Qualifier. As you can see, we're with Twizzy at the moment. Twizzy leading the way in this practice session with a 1 minute 12.476. And yeah, you can see consistency on the right side. Very good track this. Obviously, we've got slipstream on the straights. We've got a technical infield section. One of my favourite tracks, believe it or not. There you go. So McLaren 6 just telling everybody there. So we've got a slight change of plans regarding qualifying. We are going to go jump straight into the race. Why am I not racing? So the reason why I am not racing is because I've already qualified for Best of British. And literally, I don't have to then qualify. If I come in the bottom end of Group 1, I then fall into this category, and potentially I then have to qualify. In this situation, I'm absolutely fine, so we're all good. I am commentating today, guys. I am commentating. GTA Creaser. Now, you've probably not seen GTA Creaser around that often. And the reason being, he's just come back. So GTA Creaser, obviously one of my racing team, basically. And yeah, it's a very quick driver. All of GTA are very quick drivers. So potentially one to look out for in this race. Obviously GTA Matty's in there. I'm not going to be biased, don't worry. We've got Key25 in there. Obviously a very popular YouTuber. Super GT's in here. If we can find Super GT. There we go, there's Super GT. Is that a McLaren Shadow Project livery there? Very interesting. Of course, we all know Super GT. Currently down in the 10th place. Just going out in his outlap actually there, so we'll see what Super GT can do. McLaren 6 just setting the final settings. I'm not too sure, Mr. OAP. I will answer chat through this as well, guys. That's the nice thing about virtual racing over real racing. We actually have the ability to communicate with each other and actually discuss what's going on in the race at the time. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to get the document up and just make sure everything's all good. Should be good fun this though, should be really good fun, should be really close. I know strategies, it's between a 1 and 2 stopper for those interested. Twizzy is going to be one of the favourites here, let's be honest. Very, very quick driver. Who's organising these events? It's actually McLaren 6 organising these Best of British. Like, do we have any rules? We do have rules. So, to give you an idea of what is going down in Chinatown today. The podium finishers, the top 3, will proceed to the next Best of British Multiclass race. And that race is going to be at the start of March. And they will race in the Group 3 category. Obviously, in Best of British, we race in Group 1 and Group 3 usually. We did that last time at Maggiore. So this is to get into that race. Obviously, the bottom end of Group 3 in the last race are now in this qualifier. So we have Super TT in here who raced in the last one, and a few of the other drivers. In terms of what else is going to happen, guys, so 11th place and below will be eliminated for a month. This is what I was on about earlier. You really got to push, even if you're at the back. Keep pushing, keep pushing. to make sure you get in that top 10, to make sure you are eligible for a qualifier, even if you don't make it in that top 3. Is this warm-up or is this qualifying? This is warm-up. This is practice session. The qualifying will begin in 20 minutes. This is just to get the stream going, get everybody involved as then we prepare for the qualifying session. Now, you want to probably talk about qualifying. So let me explain what happens in qualifying. Qualifying is literally 2 flying laps. Now, just in addition to this, McLaren 6 is monitoring the race like a lot. If any drivers do anything a bit silly, a bit stupid, there are penalties that can be issued during the race, in addition to what the game already issues. There is a potential of drive-through penalties, and that means you can't take tyres, you can't take fuel. You are literally going in that pit and coming out again, so it's very, very significant, because this is a very fast straight. You're going to lose tons of time. So do keep that in mind. So that should tell you that drivers are going to be very clean here. Very, very clean. In addition to that, of course, tyres and fuel, because everybody wants to know what the tyres and fuel rate is, in case you want to compare yourself. We'll jump to key. Tyres is ×3. Fuel consumption is ×2. And we're going to have an initial fuel of 90 litres. So not starting with the full capacity, starting at 90. And this is why it presents the potential of a 1-stop or a 2-stop strategy, depending on what you want to do. So it could be interesting later on in the race when we have the 1 and the 2 stoppers coming together right at the end. It could be very interesting. And then, of course, as you can tell, it's a one-mate race. We have McLaren 650s Gr.4 cars being used here, and what can I say? One-mate races are always very, very close. So let's see what happens with that one. If you do have any questions in chat, guys, do fire them out. I will answer them on the fly. As I'm not racing, I can see the chat, type in chat where necessary, and yeah, see what happens as Key jumps towards the pit. Let's jump to Rosso. We've not been on board Rosso yet. Now the sort of lime green McLaren 650s there. How does somebody get into this race? That's a very good question. So if you are from the UK and your DR is A and your SR is S, get in touch with McLaren. There is a GT Planet post about this race. And literally, you can then enter the qualifier. So DRA, SRS, you can then request access to it. It normally gets pretty full. I will try and find a thread for you now, if you give me a second. I've got 2 keyboards in front of me, so if I accidentally start pressing the wrong one, I apologise. I don't normally have 2 keyboards in front of me. Give me 1 second. I will send you the link. Well, this is one of the documents, so you get to see the document here. Whoops, nope, don't want that. There you go, guys. Rosso hasn't played for ages, by the way. Well, he's doing very well at the moment. He's only, well, look how close these times are, guys. So this is why this is going to be a good race. Look how close those times are. Rosso is 0.017 behind Kurt and 0.015 ahead of Matty. Do Canadians count? Good question. That's one for McLaren. That is one for McLaren. Let me just get the document is in there as well. If you want to read the document, that is where it is specified. In fact, that's the old best of British Multiclass document, I've just realised. Whoops. I live between Great Britain and Britain region and France, so I'm about to be British. That'll be interesting, Shummus. Oh, very funny, guys, very funny. I mean, look at that. Matty is improved by 0.01. 0.01. What is going on? But so that's a good point. British Columbia, does that count? That'll be very interesting. Hirokram here. Now, some of these guys have been at work today. I think Focie was one. I think Hirokram was one. Somebody else was as well. I think Thunderstorm might have been at work as well. So potentially some tiredness will come in. We're actually going to look at tiredness in the driving school as well, because it is very significant. But we're here about the best of British today. We're not advertising the old driving school or anything like that. As I've always said, consistency is key. Look But this should be good. This should be really good. So between 2 and 5 minutes from the end of qualifying to the start of the race, which should be good as well. My dad was born in the UK, I was born in Canada. We live in British Columbia. Does that count as British? Kyle, it is not my call, I'm afraid. You will have to talk to McLaren 6. Should do the... we will find out who will be banned for 1 month after the race. I'd say it's 11th and down. So that's 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Yeah, 4 drivers are going to be banned. So I'm literally counting on my fingers, guys, as I do during the race. Can I give you the latest driver odds, Tidge? Well, who do you think is going to win, guys? Who do you think is going to win? Personally, if I was to put money on it, I would go with Twizzy at this point in time. A very nice Vodafone livery there on that McLaren 650S. But if I'm to pick somebody potentially who could be a surprise, I would actually go with GTA Creaser. Not played in a while, but very quick driver all the same. Twizzy. We've got a lot of Twizzies there. A lot of Twizzies. Who is the fan favourite? Yeah, so who's your favourite driver that might not be the quickest, but it's somebody who you follow or like or want to do the best here. You're cheering them on to go that extra mile. So we've got Key and we've got Russo in chat. Super GT. Super GT. Thunder, but maybe you're biased. Potentially. Got a lot of Super GT in here. Plot twist, Super GT sends everyone into the Shadow Realm. That is a potential. There you go. There's confirmation about qualifying that I did mention earlier on. The pit lane will be closed in quali, and everyone must stop after their 2 flying laps. Got somebody cheering on Matty there. Got a few people cheering on Matty. Let's jump to Thunderstorm actually. Oh, there we go. But as you can see, top 10 at the moment in this practice session, covered by under 1 second. Remember, it's an endurance race as well, guys. So yes, this is going to be so interesting. One mistake, you're at the back. Got a lot of work to do. And on this track as well, you can have mistakes. Leaving that corner there, that has the huge potential of mistakes. Going down to this corner here, this is where the most overtaking is potentially going to happen because it's a sharp and hard braking zone. Hairpin as well, obviously getting the inside, try and get out of here. Coming into this section here, this left-hander, the marbles there, you can see all the marbles on the outside. That can really trick your car wide. As Thunderstorm now continues on towards the final left-hander. This you can cut quite a little bit there. Look at that, huge cut there. But it's all valid using the Gran Turismo. How long is the race? Good question. It's 47 laps, which is about 1 hour. But as I was saying there, you can cut that last corner just to get a little bit of extra time. We're using GT's track limits here. So quali starts at 8 PM. 8 PM, guys, is when quali starts. And I've just had a bit of deja vu, which is quite scary, of when I commentated this in a dream. Can't remember what happened afterwards, but there we go. Mr. CJ Key is still one of the fastest in the UK. One of the fastest, which is why he's in this. I'm now getting messages off drivers. One of the unknown favourites has just messaged me saying they're going for number 1. I will not tell you who. You can probably guess. So almost 2 p.m. Sorry guys. Okay, so because we're not all on GMT, of course, 11 minutes time we start qualifying. There you go, there's your answer. Nublet Pie 278 is Matty 278, obviously by the last parts of the name. Scousers are British. Good question. I do ask that at work as well, Clockwork, as I work very close to Liverpool. McLaren 6 sent a message to me in the lobby chat. Summit, did he really? I will see if I can get that on the old screen. Give me a second. Yes, I am, McLaren. Yes, I am. Watching the race from Mars. Well, welcome to you, Martian. We are Earthlings. Where's Indian food? Indian food has already made it into... So, the Group 3 drivers from last time that came near the bottom of the grid, I can't remember exactly how many that was. They obviously went in this qualifier race. So imagine the bottom 3, for example, getting into this qualifier race. The rest are safe. Top 3 this time in this race, then get into that Group 3 race. And therefore qualify for the next Best of British Multiclass race, which, as you saw last time, was a fantastic race. Absolutely fantastic race. So we love you, Martin Grady. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. We have someone watching from the Earth's core, which is Matthew Thomas. Of course, Matthew Thomas won the Group 1 and overall victory in the last Best of British race by, I can't remember exactly the gap, but it was very small at the end. Very, very close finish. We have someone watching from hell. Unlucky for you, sir. How's the internet down there? We are Murray Grady tonight. That is quite right. And it's a go, go, go. Pedal to the metal. Flat out. Watching from the sun. It's pretty hot. Yeah, being ginger, I can't go near the sun. In fact, I have to stay near Pluto. But talking about the drivers, let's go through the drivers in here because qualifying is going to be upon us very soon. So, of course, we've got Twizzy here, actually purple on his lap, which is quite unbelievable. Bit of slipstream there potentially from Rosso. Coming in here, runs slightly wide through there. He goes, absolutely no problem. Heading towards the last corner now. Let's get some of the old controls on the screen so I know what I'm doing as well. So, yes, GTP Twizzy, the obvious favourite at the moment. Yes, only the top 3 in this race go through. Only the top 3. And then obviously you got to fight in Group 3 to get to Group 1. It's a nice championship setup. Obviously it presents itself a lot of opportunities. You can go up or down. And multiclass racing in itself is not presented that much, which is why we have it. So in second place at the moment is Rosso. I know Kelster said Rosso hasn't played a lot recently. But obviously doing very well at the moment. Sat there in that second position. Oh! Who was that going for a spin? I can't even tell. Who was behind Rosso? Twizzy going for a spin there. Of course he was. We were on Twizzy before. So Rosso. Be interesting. Now with Lazarus. F4H drivers are now with Lazarus. Lazarus Esports, is it? Not too sure. Calster, maybe you can confirm that. Or Matthew Thomas, actually. But Rosso is actually the team manager. We then have Key, currently in third place. Obviously this is a warm-up, guys. Qualifying starts in about 7 minutes time. As you can see, the gap's very close. 3 thousandths ahead of Kerr here. But Key, very popular YouTuber. Type Key25 in the YouTube search bar and he will appear. So if we go down to Kerr now. Kerr in a very unique livery there. Iron Brew. So for all you Scots out there, Iron Brew is being represented. Kerr obviously races quite a lot, appears in a lot of the stream chat, very good contribution to the community. So we'll have a big shout out for Kerr there. Then we have GTA Matty, obviously one of my teammates. We've seen Matty for a fair few times. Saw him yesterday win in the Manufacturers Cup in quite a hefty lobby in that Aston Martin. Did make a mistake on the last lap. So is that mistake going to happen again today? Who knows? But we will see. Then right behind him is Creaser. Also Team GTA Racing, not raced for quite a while, suddenly making a comeback. Could be interesting with Creaser, could be interesting. Both Matty and Creaser are GT Academy finalists, remember. So they do have the pace there. Then I have hirokram there. Now hirokram, again, featured a lot in the Best of British. Featured a lot in the Best of British. You will see him in the top lobbies in the FIA season. And literally supporting whoever supports Arsenal. That's nobody then. But he has appeared in a lot of the races, and we've raced hirokram. Very clean driver, very quick driver all the same. We then get to the Shadow Realm, Super GT. And yes, in this race again, was in the last multi-class race. Obviously just didn't get in the right position, so is racing here. Obviously, again, search Super GT in the old YouTube search, and yeah, he will appear. Check his channel out. I think he's streaming now as well. We then go to Elite Force. Don't worry, Elite Force, I haven't skipped you. Running a Logitech livery there. Don't know too much about Elite Force. I have raced with him a few times. Again, obviously all these guys are very quick in this lobby. Literally, best of British. It's the whole point. They have to be quick, which is why you need a DR of A. But again, there we have Elite Force 212. Then I have Callum-Jones. Now, Callum-Jones is one of my, I wouldn't say underrated favourites, potentially, that I would expect to potentially jump a few people. I've raced Callum a few times. Elite Force is apparently McLaren's husband. I don't know whether that's true or not. But Callum-Jones, I've raced, can be very quick in some situations. Very, very quick. Can be up there. So, maybe one to watch. Who knows? Right, everybody's jumping around now, so I potentially am missing somebody here. Focie? Sorry, mate. Not sure. Actually was at work today, so is potentially going to be a little bit more tired than the rest, so might struggle. Again, obviously, very quick. Don't know much more about Focie. Best race strategy? I'm not sure. We've got a split between a 1 and a 2 stop strategy in terms of the race strategy. Who knows what could happen there? It means it's going to be very good, very interesting, whether you do 1 stop, 2 stop. We saw in the Manufacturer Cup yesterday how strategy can play a vital part in terms of what happens in the race. So do keep an eye out. Right, we are now going to jump to ERT Thunderstorm. Racing for Erie's racing team is Thunderstorm. Raced also in the IGTL, I think. Don't quote me on that. Again, very quick driver. Very quick, very fair driver as well. Now, Trevisio is in 12th position. Not actually, because we've not done qualifying yet, guys. We've got a couple of minutes before qualifying. Trevisio, we've raced quite a lot. You will see Trevisio all the time in the top lobby. Weirdly, in the FIA season, chose the Renault, not the trophy. So he chose Renault, but didn't choose the trophy for Group 4, chose the front-wheel drive car. Bit of a bad choice there. Hopefully no bad choices tonight for Trevisio. We then have Lost Shelty. Don't know too much about Lost Shelty. Features a lot on GT Planet, of course. So that could be interesting as well in terms of pace and whether Lost Shelty just comes out of the blue and just gets in that top 10, potentially even top 3, maybe makes that Group 3 class. Who knows? Of course, the nice thing about this, it's Group 4 progressing to Group 3, progressing to Group 1 potentially. That's the nice thing about Best of British. That's all your drivers, I think. Have I done everybody? If I've missed somebody, I apologise. Everyone's jumping around like a yo-yo, so I'm not too sure. Right, guys, if you ever hear me pause like that, I apologise. I'm drinking. Obviously, commentary requires a lot of water. I've got 3 pints of it next to me, so we'll see what happens. But yes, this is going to be very interesting. We have how many minutes to go now? Let's have a look on the old board. We have 1 minute and 20 seconds to go before qualifying. It will kick off. Best of Brexit, that's what it is. Best of Brexit. Interesting question, NBH. I don't actually know the answer to that. Tidge on the Carlsberg. I don't drink Carlsberg, unfortunately, Chris. Let's talk about the Force driver. So we have 2 minutes. 2 minutes according to McLaren, so I was just waiting a bit longer here. Guys, any questions, fire them in the chat. I will try and answer them as best as I can. If I do know the answer, I obviously don't know everything, but I will try and help. I could do vodka, absolutely no problem. But do you know what? I'm really looking forward to this race. I've got to be honest. You can see how close these times are. I mean, Twizzy's just putting another absolute cracking lap there, 0.3. What's Kerr on there? So Kerr's 0.6, but then we go to Matty, who's just behind there, and Crease is just behind him. GPGT's just behind him. Ooh, it's close. It's going to be really, really close. No, here he is. It's been changed over. There is a video on his channel. I'm not sure whether it's because of that or not, but here he is as well. popular YouTuber. Do check him out. Just on a little bit of a break in terms of videos, but he's still going to be live streaming as well. Calster raises a very good point, guys. What about slipstream? There's the potential of slipstream being a significant factor in this race. Is it going to be a significant factor here? Is somebody going to, you know, sneak on to the back of somebody to get that slipstream? We will have to wait and see. Boris Johnson going to be one of the grid girls? Yes, that's a positive answer. Is Calster going to be the next competitor for line? If Calster keeps going, because remember Calster's very young, there is that potential. It's a Shadow Project livery. Let's get on somebody who's doing laps. Let's get on board somebody. It gives you an idea of what is going on. My wheel is vibrating insanely, which is not very helpful. Thanks for the TTT, thinking I'm actually driving here. But you can see this track here as it is, so you're going to come around this left-hander, you're going to brake around where the shadow is, where the braking is. Oh, we're braking quite late in this car actually. Into the right-hander, into this hairpin. Can get sketchy on the exit potentially, just got to watch out for that as you then head to the Shadow Realm as we load. How much am I getting paid to commentate this? The square root of Jack. So, I think we're about ready. Tuscany, are you not racing in this? I thought you were meant to be in this one. Jaffa Cake Cup. Do you know what? We should host that. We should host that ourselves. Forget Best of British. The Jaffa Cake Cup has arrived. So, I need to get into the actual spectator mode here. We have all of this on here. Guys, are you ready? Girls, are you ready? The people on that aeroplane, are you ready? Too late, you've missed the track. United Kingdom has the highest violent crime rate. I believe if you probably take London out, we probably don't. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, I'm afraid. So we're just waiting for McLaren to specify when we go. Beer or vodka? Anybody who identifies as any other gender, are you ready? Good luck to Thunderstorm there from Eco Terrorists. To the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready to rumble! So you just see in the chat on the left hand side, McLaren 6, 2 back-to-back flyers. Pits are closed and don't block if you screw up. And we have a flawless there. Remember, Tidgney flawless. There is a new emoji coming to the channels too. Keep an eye out for that on my birthday week. It's my present back to you. Yeah, that's probably a copyright claim. I sound exactly the same. 3, 2, 1. We're a go with qualifying. Let's go. Who's out first? Who is out? That looks like Key to me. Who is in 6th place? 6th place. We've got to get on board. No, it's not. It's Thunderstorm. So we've got Thunderstorm, Super GT, GTA Matty, who's in 4th place. We've got Rosso. So we'll see who does what here. It's going to be very interesting for sure. So everyone's got 2 laps, irrespective of if you're last out the pits or first out the pits. You know, there's people doing gaps here, there, and everywhere. Some people are fuel burning. Ah, that's a very good or interesting strategy there. Key fuel burning. A few other guys fuel burning. Now fuel isn't that significant. It'd be very hard to get any fuel lost, but you know, even if you lose 2%, 3%, there's potential of getting that tiny bit more lap time. But let's jump on board here. Oh, we've got people lining up trying to get slipstream. GTA Matty's going for it. So we'll jump on board Matty first of all, as we go on a fast lap of this Bluemoon Infield A circuit. We've got this bank curve here. We're then going to go towards the right hand side and head towards the start finish line to start this first qualifying lap. A lot of people there getting gaps finally. So we're going to look for a brake marker on the right hand side somewhere. Matty short shifting there, potentially the best way to shift this car. Where do we turn in? Just after the 100 metres, turn in, trail brake into the corner, try and hit that apex, just misses it, only just so, shouldn't hamper his lap too much. Comes around to the exit, be careful of that barrier and the change in circuit height. So we then come into the left hand side, try and cut this as best as you can, try and let the car rotate with that cut. As we then go to the left, we've got a right hander, be careful on exit, you don't want to slip over the curb and onto the grass. Absolutely spot on there from Matty as we head now towards the bridge and towards the hairpin, the right hander. This could be very difficult for any car. In we go. Oh, he's gone a bit too deep there, a bit too deep. This isn't the best lap from Matty as we exit that corner. Bit of oversteer there as we head towards the left hander now. It's a double apex. Keeps it tight. There's the second part. Hits the second one. Misses the first one a little bit as we now exit and head towards its left hander. You want to cut this as much as you can. In we go. Gets a huge cut there. Does it count as we head now round the banking once again and head towards the start finish line? What lap time is this going to be? We saw 1:12.3 in the practice lobby. What's Matty going to get as we head towards this line? It is 12.7. It's not very good from Matty at this point. We go to Rosso. He's about to cross the line. Oh, even worse from Rosso there. Thunderstorm 13 as well. So Matty keeps the pole position at the moment. Oh, Super GT with an awful lap. Key gone into second place. Creaser now into second place. Lots changing here. Let's go further back in the order. We're on board with Elite Force now. Let's see what happens here with Elite Force. Is he on a good lap? Is he on a bad lap? As we head towards the start finish line. Where is Elite Force going to get? 1 minute 10, 1 minute 11, 1 minute 12, 1 minute 13. Not the best lap there from him. Got Callum-Jones who's about to cross the line. Looks like where's Twizzy's gone pole, 1:12.5. Twizzy is on pole at this point in time. Let's go on board with Twizzy. Let's see if he can go any quicker. Through here we go. So we go to the TV camera now. Let's see how Twizzy is taking these corners from this TV camera perspective. Through there. Oh, he's a 10th down. Let's have a look at some of the other individuals. Actually, let's go to the live timing screen. Let's have a look at what's going on here. Any purples here? It's like Matty's just finished his lap. Doesn't improve. Did he improve? No, he didn't. He did not improve. So we've got Key about to finish his lap. No improvements. A lot of not improvements here going on. Lost Shelty. What about Lost Shelty? Lost Shelty does improve. Now Twizzy is on a bit of a stonker on the second part of this. As we continue on round the final corner, we're going to see if Twizzy is going to increase his time. It looks like he's not been challenged for that pole position. 1 minute 10, 1 minute 11, 1 minute 12. Does not improve. So all the first laps were the best. Interestingly, fuel not having an impact there. So here is your grid. We're going to try and run through this as fast as we can. We have Twizzy on pole, GTA Matty in second, GTA Creaser in third. 6,000 separates third and fourth there to Key. And then a little bit of a gap there to fifth place with Rosso. Whoa, we have a 1,000th gap between Rosso and Kerr. Unbelievable. 1,000ths. Oh, that's it. That's incredible. And then we have hirokram in 7th. Look how close these gaps are, guys. And then Callum-Jones in 8th. Super GT in 9th. Another 1,000th. Oh, my word. We are not expecting this between Super GT and focie. We then have Elite Force in 11th. Followed by ERT, Thunderstorm, Trevisio, and then finally Lost Shelty. 1.1 seconds separates 14 drivers. And then we... Oh, wow. 1.1 seconds separate these drivers. And we're going to have a race. 47 laps. Unbelievable speed there from Twizzy, though. Twizzy going for that first place. Wants to get in the next Best of British race. Everyone just saying they're ready. This is where I forget what I'm doing in terms of the camera shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts. Let's see what happens in this race. Guys, are you ready? Who is your favourite now? See it in chat. Is a 111 possible? I'm not sure. They didn't get it in practice and they were practicing for a good hour. Come on, guys. Got good luck, hirokram and Callum there from Deepest Angel. My favourite is pole position. Kerr, Super GT. This could be interesting. Alright, guys, good luck. We are about to begin the race. I say, guys, it's going to be between a 1-stop and 2-stop strategy, depending on what the drivers want to do. Maybe they want to get out of battles, want to get some clean air. Maybe they don't. Here we go, 9 seconds until we start this race. Here we go. Here we go. This is exciting. This should be good fun. Remember, slipstream's going to be significant here. We've got long straights. Look at that grid. That huge 14-car grid of McLaren 650s Gr.4 cars as we prepare for the race. There's your grid. I'm not going to run through them as fast as I can. Just be prepared for the racing. We seem to have lost some of the race information, which is really annoying. There we go. Here we go. And off we go. I wonder if anyone's using traction control. I can't see Twizzy using it. There's a movement at the back. Everyone pulls in for the slipstream as we head towards first corner. Key trying to get some momentum here. Heading towards that first corner. There's going to be cars all over the place. There's this movement all over the show. 3, 4 wide in places through there. Oh, 3 wide there between Rosso and Kerr as we continue on now. Key trying to get a move on Creaser. Matty in behind Twizzy. As we're going to go on board some of these guys. Oh, GTA Matty with an oversteer moment there. In that left-hander, you've got to be careful. This is what I was talking about. And mistakes are going to be critical here. Key going to have a move on GTA Matty on the inside now as we head towards the hairpin. The right-hander is going to have the inside. Creaser's in there as well. Key up 2 positions on the grid, 4th to 2nd. Well played, Key. Creaser on the inside of Matty now. Through the right-hander. And Twizzy already looking like he's pulling away at the head of the field. Key keeping that position. Matty, oh, there's been a spin. There's been a huge spin. We've got kallum-jones spinning as well. Oh, big penalty here. Big penalty. And who was that as well? Rosso with the spin. If we can actually get there. There we go. So big spins here. These guys have got a lot of work to do now. We're going to jump on with Key. And we'll have a look at that replay shortly. As Key now goes defensive here. Matty's going to try and get the slipstream on Key. Try and take the 2nd position away from Key. Obviously top 3 positions are what counts here. As they then go towards the left-hander. You can see all the cars still on the same straight at least. Key going defensive. Matty trying to go around the outside on this corner. Then trying to cut back. Is he going to get the inside? This could be very close. Matty does have the inside here coming into this left-hander. Is he going to keep it? That is the question. Let's have a look on the outside. Just gets it from Key. Creaser coming back through as well. What a fight for this 2nd position here. Through the right-hander we go. Oh, Matty's off. Matty's off. Big off moment there. As we continue on now towards the hairpin. It's 3, 4 wide. hirokram coming down the move in the inside. 2 positions. 1 corner. Is that possible? Oh, Matty's got a penalty. Let's go to Key now. Key, hirokram up to 3rd place. GTA guys taking each other out as we continue on into this left-hander. Key leading the pack of cars there from hirokram, from Creaser. Got Matty in there. I can't even count how many cars that is. There's enough there. We've got an absolutely huge battle. I want to go back and look at what happened earlier on, but we can't at this moment in time with this battle going on. A bit further back, we've got some dueling as well. We're going to stay on this 2nd place for this moment. hirokram's gone from 7th to 3rd. That is unbelievable work from hirokram. Well played, sir. Let's continue on now. Key went defensive here, trying to defend from hirokram, but I believe has kept that position. Matty under a lot of pressure there. Further back, Super GT up to 6th position. He's got his famous 6th. As he continues on, fighting with Kerr. That Kerr with a massive penalty, 3.9 seconds there. Unbelievably large penalty. I'll have to try and get rid of that at some point. If he can, that is. But a good battle there for 5th. Got a good battle there for 2nd. Everybody still relatively close. What I want to do now, potentially, is actually have a look at that replay a while ago. That involved Rosso, I believe. Let's go to Rosso. Let's see if we can do it. Here we go. So this was the chaos on lap number 1. Let's see what actually happened here. So nothing actually happened there. And it's a lag spike that hit Rosso, that hit Callum off, and then all sorts of carnage happened thereafter. Wow. So Twizzy is currently leading the way there in 1st position. We now have the battle for second place. Key actually pulling away there. 7/10 gap. I think he's out of slipstream range there. Hirokram under pressure from Creaser here. Creaser looking to get the slipstream, looking to get the move done. Goes to the inside here, heading towards the first corner. Is he going to do it? Oh, a bit wiggly there. You got to be careful of that track transition. Hirokram going for the undercut, back through into third place. Good move there from Hirokram. Good defensive driving. Matty into fifth. Got a big battle there going up for fifth place. Super GT involved in that. Kerr's dropped 2 positions during that replay footage that we were shown earlier. Into the right hander we go. Matty leading this pack here. Super GT having to defend a little bit from Kerr. Kerr again with that large penalty. He has reduced it a little bit from 3.9 to 3.3 seconds. Kerr going for the move on the inside. Is he going to get it? Oh, it looks close, backed out of it. Dropped a bit more of his penalty at least. Continues on. Oh, we've got battling going on up ahead. Hirokram and Creaser still going at it here. Key right in there as well. This is all very, very close. And as you can see, Twizzy has a huge margin over the rest of the field at the moment. Hirokram having to go defensive from Creaser. Through there we go. Oh, barrier touch. That's going to affect his speed. Creaser goes on the inside, on the banked curve. As we continue on now, so Key is going to have to choose where he wants to place his slipstream here. Creaser going for the inside there. Let's go on board with Creaser. Can he keep it up? Hirokram very close as well as we start lap number 5 in this 47 lap race. We go into the first corner. Key is keeping that position. Oh, it gets very close here. There's some movement further back, I think. Potentially not. Potentially I'm lying here. But there is still that battle for second place. Look how close this is. Guys, it's an endurance race and we're going to have 47 laps of this thing. Unbelievable. Through there he goes, absolutely no problem. And we can see a field of cars here. I will have a look further back in the field shortly, guys. Once it calms down. Into the right-hander at the hairpin. Creaser keeping it very tight. Very nice and tidy through there. And then we've got the left-hander to boot. Oh, Key's ran slightly wide here. Creaser trying to be opportunistic. Doesn't quite do it. Key going to have a better run out that corner. And then into the left-hander. Try and not hit the wall. Through there we go. Nobody hits the wall this time. So we're going to have a huge slipstream battle down this start-finish straight now. As we exit that corner. You see Twizzy way in the distance there. Chilling. Not worried about anything too much. Probably thinking about his strategy. Just got the fastest lap actually. And Creaser's going to have a look potentially. Doesn't go for it yet. So I'm just trying to go through the drivers here. There's Kallum-Jones. No huge battles happening further back. A lot of work for these guys to do, but they're not out of it yet. They're only 12 seconds off the lead, remember. Even after that earlier clash. And there's Twizzy's car, the Vodafone McLaren 650S. Let's go back to this second place battle though. So tyre wear and fuel usage, one's on times 2, one's on time 3. I can't actually remember. Give me 1 second to check that while this battle goes. Oh, Creaser going for a little bit of a dive there. Doesn't quite work out. So tyre wear is times 3 and fuel is times 2. Just for your information. So at this point we've got a 4-5-way battle for this second position. You could probably go down all the way to 9th at this point in time, but we'll try and keep it within 2 or 3 attempts. As we come through this final corner once again. Creaser in 3rd place, Hirokram in 4th place. Does Hirokram gain anything on the straights? Let's have a look at the gearing. Look at that shorter shifting. Potentially saving fuel as well as using the car's power band. As we then head towards the left-hander, does gain slightly on Creaser, so Creaser potentially not using the car as good as he should be. Let's have a look at some tyre wear and fuel while we're at it, while we're on board. So let's have a look at Twizzy. So just under 3/4 margin, tyres absolutely fine. So Key has saved more fuel than Twizzy there. Creaser really using his tyres. You can see the big difference in tyre wear there if we go between the two. Really big difference. Hirokram saving a lot of fuel, potentially could impact later on in the race. We're on GTA Matty here. Creaser has used a lot of tyre wear there, looking at this. We then have Super GT doing very well there with tyre wear. Fuel about the same as everybody else. Oh, it looks like Keys ran slightly wide here. Just looking for anyone with significant advantage. Oh, Kerr with a penalty, 2.6 seconds, that's what it's down to. Doesn't look like anybody is... except Creaser struggling with the tyres at this point in time. So yeah, I'm not racing in this because I'm in Group 1 at this point in time. As we are now continuing on. Key leading the way. He's got a bit of a gap now. Sorry, leading the pack, not leading the way. Twizzie's leading the way. As we continue on. I'm looking for these battles. That's the battles at the moment. 6th through. Oh, hirokram with a big moment coming off the track there. Looks like Super GT had a bit of an issue there as well. He's going to get the move on the inside. Oh, he's on the inside of GTA Matty here. Super GT could have it done. Doesn't quite back out of it. Interesting strategy there. Continue on. Matty's lost his penalty there. Remember, guys, chuck in your questions if you have any in terms of this race. I'll be happy to answer them where I can. But at the moment, we're looking at a battle for second position. Currently on board Super GT. Going through that corner. Creaser again getting a bit unstable there. So did Super GT. As we head towards his left-hander. Again, be very careful on that outside. Look at all those marbles there. Got to be very careful of that. Creaser again just getting a bit sketchy on the exit. As now we head towards this left-hander. Try and cut it as best as you can. It's done very well. Nobody hits the wall this time. Keys obviously manages that last corner very, very well. And continues on to the start-finish straight once again. Start lap number 9. You can see a lot of weaving going on now in terms of the snake. Defended the slipstream, went back to his racing line. You are allowed to do that. Tishy, you go for a wee if you wish. I do not need the toilet just yet, guys. Although I'll be drinking a lot of water shortly because I've been non-stop talking. But we continue on with this battle. Look at this, guys. 6th to 2nd. So close. Remember, strategy could come into play. So we're looking between a 1-stop and a 2-stop strategy. We're not sure what the drivers are going to do. We will see shortly, of course. Did McLaren decide the car and track? No, oh sorry, McLaren 6 did decide this. So Lewis Bentley did decide this and he's currently watching the racing as well. We potentially have some battles happening further back with some of the guys who are potentially recovering. Oh, hirokram goes a little bit deep here. GTA Matty trying to look on the inside, doesn't quite get it to work. As we continue on now, left-hander. Oh, I'm going to jump towards the back of the pack in a little bit. As we go with GTA Creaser now. See if hirokram can get a run. No. Key's holding that sort of 7/10 margin at the moment, which is really helping him in terms of slipstream not being as strong at this point in time. Key going really low down. Defend the slipstream, back to the racing line. You are allowed to do that. As you can see, all the cars in a line there, basically. We will go through the grid order shortly. As we start lap number 10. Wow, this race is going really, really quick. I think this 4th place could be under pressure from hirokram. He's got Matty and Super GT right in there. It's going to be extremely close this. Through there. Who's going to come in for the 2-stop? Who's going to come in for the 1-stop? I would think Creaser's potentially going for the 2 with the state of his tyres at this point in time. We will have to wait and see, of course. Question, Tidge. Can a 5 or 6 more... Yes. Yes, they can. If they work together a little bit, they can catch Twizzy. But at the moment, Twizzy is leading the way. And through the left-hander, we're on board with hirokram. Oh, Creaser getting sideways again. But they've got that little bit of a gap now. So I think hirokram has lost that slipstream. So potentially we've got 2 groups forming once again. We've got 2nd and 3rd, but Key's keeping that gap as well. And then we've got hirokram under all sorts of pressure from Matty. Going to have the slipstream. hirokram does not have the slipstream of Creaser above. Matty is a slight run, but not enough of a run. Potentially Super GT could go for the move as well here. Oh, this could be unbelievable for 2GT if he lets it work. Doesn't go for the double move. Tries to stay on the inside of hirokram. Is it going to work? hirokram going around the outside. This is an unbelievable defense from hirokram. Nearly goes into the barrier. Just keeps it fine. Matty and hirokram still at it here. Into left-hander. Matty gets that position. Slight tap there. And Super GT takes advantage of that. Through Super GT goes as well. And gets that 5th position. What a move there by Matty and Super GT. Very opportunistic by Super GT. Let's now have a look a bit further back in the grid, because I think some battling is going on down in around here. Rosso and Callum-Jones. Now I'm not sure who is catching who here, but these are very close. And they're also catching Trevisio. There's 9th place now. 10th place is a critical position. If you're 11th, 12th, 13th or 14th, you are currently out of Best of British for 1 month. So that is a real big position that we've got to keep an eye out for. Let's go back to Creaser and Key. Still no change, but Key has lost that 7/10 gap here. So not sure whether saving tyres or not. Matty's under all sorts of pressure from Super GT. Coming down into his first corner. And we're going to have a look at that move in a little bit with Matty, Super GT and hirokram. In fact, let's... oh, Matty's hit the barrier here. Super GT can take advantage. Doesn't. Maybe pushing Matty along a little bit to try and catch up to that group above. Matty runs wide. Super GT goes on the left-hand side. Matty's going to have to go defensive here. Be careful of running out onto the grass. They all run slightly on the grass, but absolutely no problem there. Super GT going to try and go for the inside, potentially heading for this right-hander. Goes, well, has a little look. Doesn't scare Matty into that move. Keeps that position once again. Oh, we got battles up ahead here. Creaser's made a move on Key. Into second position, Creaser goes. We did not see that. And, wow, that's unbelievable from Creaser. But Key's going to come back on the straight, surely, with that slipstream. It's only a 2/10 gap. Surely that's enough for Key to catch up to Creaser. Through this bank left-hander we go. As we head towards the start-finish line. Oh, goes really far down into the left-hander we go. We're going to have to go on board here. Oh, sorry, on the TV camera, and through Key goes. Was the slight contact there because Creaser's coming back at him on the inside. It's battle for seconds, unbelievable. This is obviously bringing Matty, Super GT and hirokram back into the fray as well. They're in the slipstream. A little bit of contact there. Oh, Matty's going for the inside there. Now the outside. Not going to work there, Matty. Oh, Key sideways there. And we've got battling further backs. hirokram and Super GT. Super GT losing a position to hirokram. All this action is really tensing up again as the tyre wear kicks in now. People struggling with that tyre wear, going to understeer a lot. That front right tyre is taking a bit of a pounding at this moment in time. As we come to the left-hander, as you see, we've got 7th to 2nd here, all very close. Remember, guys, top 3 qualify for the Best of British Multiclass race. Bottom 4 are banned for a month from the Best of British race, so they basically can't enter the next qualifier. All very, very intense. GT trying to go on the inside there, not going to work. Let's jump towards this second place battle. Key, Creaser, GTA Matty. Down there we go. Oh, there's some playing with the pit stops. Definitely some playing. Is anybody coming in at this point? Doesn't look like it. Key going defensive. Both GTA guys staying on the outside. There's a battle in 6th place as well. Nope, we're fine. One camera change. Stop changing camera. As there's Key on the inside. Matty's on the inside of Creaser now. Pulls out of it, comes back in. Is there some teamwork going on between Team GTA? This could get interesting. I did want to look at that move earlier on, but we haven't had a chance yet. Oh, there's been contact. There's contact between Creaser and Key. Oh, that's unbelievable. We'll have a look at that shortly. But Key's going to have dirty tyres now. Creaser on the left. Matty sort of in the middle. Oh, Key's gone wide. Dirty tyres. Matty's through as well, so that's Creaser and Matty, 2nd and 3rd, Key in 4th. Oh, there's battling going on there for 6th place as well. Super GT in 6th currently. Oh, Kerr on the inside of Super GT. Now too wide into this left-hander, definitely does not go. Kerr realises that, pulls back in to the picture, and now we're going to have a battle here on our hands. Through there we go. Are they going to teamwork here? Are they going to do teamwork, or are they just going to go hell for leather? That is the question. Key into the pits. Key is going for a 2-stop strategy. The only driver, it looks like. So that's going to be very interesting later on. We'll see what happens with that. Matty, Creaser here. I'm surprised Creaser hasn't gone in. If we look between the 2 tyres, if you look at that Racing Hard diagram below, look between the 2, you can see a significant difference between Creaser and Matty. Creaser definitely on worn tyres. Calster is informing us 2-stopper is faster. We're going to have a look at that incident shortly between Key and Creaser and actually see what happened. Come in. Matty's definitely not attacking Creaser at this point in time. So let's have a look at that incident. And let's see if we can... We'll try and go 3rd place with Creaser. Going into this left-hander. No issues here at the moment. So through here we go. Oh yes, there's contact there. There's significant contact. Key runs wide. And that obviously then is going to leave him open. So he's going to have dirty tyres at this point. And then into the right-hander. Key just doesn't have the stopping power with those dirty tyres. Creaser then takes that move. And then Matty follows suit. And that pushes Key down to 4th place. So it looks like these guys are working together now. It looks like they're going to start pushing each other to try and go for Twizzy at this point in time. We have somebody else in the pits, it looks like. Who is that? We've got Trevisio in the pits. We've got Kerr in the pits. Lots of two-stop strategies coming in now. Where did Key come out? That's an interesting point. 11th place is Key. So he's come out ahead of a few guys. I'm assuming they've pitted. Focie hasn't pitted, so Key ahead of one of the one-stoppers already. Significant because he's not being held up by traffic, and it does mean he's in clean air as well. Twizzy obviously going for the one-stop. That will also be interesting. Let's have a look at the battle for 4th place between Super GT and hirokram. Through that left-hander. Oh, hirokram getting a bit... sorry, Super GT getting a bit sketchy on the exit there. Into the left-hander. Oh, bit scraping barriers there. Going to slow them down on this. You don't want to hit the barrier there, because you will lose top-end speed. Now, this is the closest battle on circuit, I believe, at the moment. There is another one. Oh, Super GT and hirokram both coming into the pits as well. Coming in for a two-stop strategy. This could impact Twizzy as well, remember, because Twizzy is obviously up ahead. He sees these guys' pits. Elite Force is in there as well. A lot of people going in for this two-stop strategy. Looks like it could be the faster strategy, as Calster has specified. Now, where does Key come out in all of this? Super GT is there. Key's already gone. Key has already gone. So Key, a significant advantage from pitting that little bit earlier. Getting the undercut. That is significant. Where is Key at this point in time? He's in 7th position. Next up the road is Thunderstorm, who does... Wow, his tyres are shocking. What are they like compared to Creaser, who we realised was the worst at that point in time? Wow. Thunderstorm is definitely going to have to pit there, for sure. Absolutely for sure. Now, what's happened here? Matty and Creaser. Now, do we have visual on this? I'm going to hit a replay button. If we don't, that's a bit tough. Nope, Matty's already leading Creaser there. Something has happened to Creaser during that. Unfortunately, I missed it. Apologies for that. Let's go further back in the order now, though. We have battles up ahead. Got, Super GT's on the fresher tyres. Above Super GT, we've got Kerr on fresh tyres. hirokram on fresh tyres. This is a battle position. Up ahead, we've got some moves going on. That's Key on Thunderstorm. Key obviously going to get that move done very nice and easily. That is a race for position at this point in time, because Thunderstorm is only pitting once. Key has to pit once again. Look at the fuel of the pitters. That is a very good point. We will do that if there's no other current battles, which there isn't. So let's do that at this point in time. Let's go on board each of the cars as well. So 6th place. Key looking... What's that about? Oh, Key's off! Key is off again. That means he's going to have some dirty tyres. Is this going to mean Thunderstorm comes back? He's going to have to break Inception the early here. Does he make the corner? Just misses the apex a lot. Slows him down a hell of a lot there. But even so, he's made that corner. So, we've got Key there on that fuel. Let's jump to hirokram now. hirokram has fueled that little bit more. hirokram and Kerr are the exact same. So, they've obviously done some strategy here. Super GT has filled up a lot. Super GT on the next stop will not have to fuel that much. Could be interesting. So we will continue on with the racing, I guess. Let's go to the battle for 8th position. hirokram, Kerr 187. hirokram comes back in there. Obviously not wanting to push at this point in time past Kerr. Potentially might want to work together. Through, there we go. It could get very interesting later on, guys. Could get very, very interesting. Thank you, Adam. Unfortunately, it's not going to appear on this screen. It's not on this screen. Thank you for joining, Adam. You have access to the Tidgney Flawless emoji. But let's continue with the racing all the same. We've got Kerr and hirokram. I reckon these guys are going to work together here to get past Thunderstorm and really try and get as far up the grid as possible. Apparently, my thing doesn't work suddenly. Here we go. Kerr, hirokram, ERT, Thunderstorm. Let's see what happens with these individuals. Is Thunderstorm going to let them go? Is he not? Is hirokram going to try and do a double move? Let's find out. So So we have Kurt here, goes to the inside. Is Hirokram going to go for the double move? Is he just going to stay behind Kurt? He's going for the double move. Hirokram down into turn 1. Here we go. 2 positions, 1 corner, 1 straight. Slight bit of contact there. Kurt running extremely wide. Got to be careful of the marbles. Through Hirokram goes into 7th position. And Kurt drops, well, sort of stays where he is really. 8th position. Through there we go. So, where's any close battles on the bottom? What we will do, guys, while we follow this battle, we're going to have a look at the live timing screen. Let's have a look at some of these gaps. So currently we have a 9-second gap between Twizzy and Matty, and then a 3-second gap. Creasy obviously struggling on those tyres. I mean, look at the last laps there. Matty is actually on pace here, catching up to Twizzy. Could be interesting later on in the race. We then have another 8-second gap there to Lost Shelty. Rosso 2 seconds behind. Hirokram another 3.8. This is obviously the closest battle. We've got Key. What's happened to Key? What has happened to Key here? I've completely missed something here. Key has had a bit of a moment somewhere. Anybody spot where that happened? I've hit the replay marker, so we will try and see. But Key is having an awful race here. Absolutely awful. Super G going to go for the move. Got 2 of the YouTubers fighting here. Right, so let's see if we've got a replay of what happened to Key. No, Key's already down at that point. Does he go for a move on Thunderstorm there? Oh, he does. He hits the barrier. Oh, they both hit the barrier there. And Super GT's going to have a big run there. That's interesting. So, we've got a battle. Hirokram, Kurt. Again, this is the closest one. Apologies for missing that. So, he will be absolutely furious. He will indeed. Obviously, if you put a lot of effort into this, I know Kia has put a lot of effort into this. Here we're getting actually some feedback in the chat, guys. So Calster on the hairpin, his outside wheel touched the outside. So that is what happened. I'll try and get some footage of that, guys. Leave that with me. I'll see what I can do to sort that out for you. But we continue on with the racing. Hirokram and Kurt, here they go. Is Kurt going to go off the move? Is there going to be a bit of bumper drafting? Let's find out. Oh, I've just realised my YouTube signed me out. Oh, Hirokram getting a big moment of oversteer there. Big moment. We've got some battling going on a bit further behind as well. In the 8th place, we've got Key and Super GT. I think they're helping each other to catch up to the previous guys as well. There we go, I can type again in chat, which is what I was trying to do earlier. So we're going to continue on at this point in time. A lot of teamwork going on. Twizzy, let's have a look at Twizzy's tyres here. We've not really focused on Twizzy that much. Obviously, we're going to be pitting around the lap 23, lap 24 markers, so coming in soon. Not too bad. Matty keeping pace, I think, in terms of lap times. Very consistent lap times. Look at those lap times. 13.1, 13.1, 13.2, 13.2, 13.4. Very consistent lap times. Going a bit further back now. Let's have a look at the... yeah, they're helping each other for sure. Absolutely helping each other. I'm going to try and see if I can get footage of this incident earlier on. Of why Key is where he is. Because action's died down a little bit. A lot of teamwork going on here. Hirokram, Kurt, Super GT. Okay, I think I've got it. I'm trying to get this for you guys. Welcome back, Tidgney Race. There we go. I know. I'm not sure why my YouTube decided to log me out, but anyway, we're back. We're racing. So Rosso. So we've got Hirokram and Kurt are catching the one-stoppers now. Twizzy's in the pits. Now this is significant. I want to see where Twizzy comes out in this. Let's see what happens. Where is Twizzy? All the one-stoppers coming in at the same point at this moment in time. The same point. So Twizzy coming out. Is he? Oh, he's going to be overtaken by hirokram, surely. They are. hirokram and Kerr both get ahead of Twizzy. That is significant. They have to hold him up as much as possible now. This is significant for the race. Can Twizzy get past or not? We'll have to find out. Twizzy doesn't have to pit again. These two do. This action has just intensified a whole lot more again. Kerr's been trying to get that penalty down ever since the start of the race, really. Oh, somebody's had enough. Somebody's just had enough. I saw that on the map. I'm not sure who that was. I'll try and find out who that was. It might have been Elite Force. Let's just quickly have a look at that. So Matty on the inside of Elite Force. Coming through here. Just runs wide. Straight off into the barrier. Very simple accident there. Twizzy past Kerr now. So Twizzy going to be looking to try and get past hirokram very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Oh, water. I need water. Twizzy going for the move down the inside into turn one. Here we go. Gets it done nice and easy. hirokram getting a bit loose there. Kerr trying to follow Twizzy. Doesn't quite work. hirokram keeps up position. hirokram coming back at Twizzy on the inside now as we head towards left-hander. No, hirokram comes back in. Twizzy in the lead now. We're going to have a big battle for this second place again. All two stoppers in this second place battle. We'll try and have a look at what happened with Twizzy as well in terms of overtaking Kerr in just a second. But big battles happening here. I think we're fine just to quickly have a look to see how Twizzy did that move. So round the outside of that hairpin. Jobs are good and have a nice day. Very nice and easy. So Kerr down to 0.7 now in his penalty. Got hirokram, Kerr, Key, Super GT, all in this mega battle for the podium positions. How far back is Matty? Very good question. Let's have a look. So Matty's here. So it's basically the oval. In terms of time, 7 seconds. There you go. You've got that there as well. We'll see how that comes into effect later on. But we've got to jump to this battle here. Twizzy, hirokram, Kerr, Key, Super GT. Here we go. Round that first corner, Kerr running extremely wide. They're gonna be, well, it's gonna fall victim to Key. It looks like. As we continue on. Whoop. Sorry, guys, I'm just sorting something out to try and get you what happened to Key. Will not be a second. Give me 1 second, boys and girls. Right, so we're on board with Kerr at this moment in time. Key all over the back of Kerr. Kerr getting rid of some of that penalty. Very handy. hirokram getting that gap as well to Kerr. That's significant in this. That is very, very significant. Through the left-hander. This is obviously where Key is going to try and make the move now. Kerr does not have that slipstream. Key does have it. So does Super GT. Let's go on board Super GT here. Let's actually have a look to see how Key plays this. I've also got the incident ready and waiting in terms of what happened with Key earlier on as well, just to give you guys a little bit of information. Key down there, nice and easy. Oh, Kerr having a bit of a moment. Super GT going down the inside. Is he going to do this? Again, very, very good opportunistic driving there from Super GT into 4th position. Oh, Kerr's trying to go around the outside. No way that will work. No way. Kerr's off, surely. Kerr is off. Keeps it on the track, actually. Very lucky there. Ran extremely wide. Oh, Key's off again. Key's off again. Heading towards the hairpin. That corner is so dangerous. You've got to be so, so careful as we head towards the right-hander. Manages to keep it on the track this time. Right, we're going to quickly jump to this moment with Key earlier on in the race. I've got his stream up. Let me transition this quickly. So here's what happened to Key. Coming down here, got the rear on the left-hand side. Then out of it there, so lost it there. And that is what happened to Key. That was unfortunate. Anyhow, let's get back to the old racing. I try my best where I can to give you what you want. Right, so what is going on in this actual race now? So hirokram has lost that slipstream to Twizzy. Oh, hirokram, every time he goes into that corner, that gets scary. -1 fuel. Thank you for the makeshift replay. I did that while commentating. 2 jobs at once. Here we go anyway. So what happened to Super GT in there? What's happened to Super GT? Let's just have a quick look at this. Super GT into this corner. Oh, runs extremely wide. Oh, big contact. Very big contact there from Kerr and Super GT. I think we'll have to have a look at that from Kerr's perspective. Let's go back to... Oh, no, we're on the wrong guy. Tidge, we're on the wrong guy. Let's try that again. Here we go. This is what happens. Super GT having a big moment there. Big moment. Oh, it's not as bad as it looked from Kerr's angle, actually. Not as bad as it looks at all. Super GT having a big moment there, coming into that corner. So Twizzy leading the way now by 1.6 seconds from Hirokram. Hirokram has to stop again. We'll see if McLaren gives a penalty or not. McLaren can give drive-throughs. Personally, it's a bit iffy. Super GT way on the outside. Obviously was going very slow. Kerr came in quite hot. I'm not sure. I can see both sides to that. Oh, Key's off again! Key is really struggling with that corner. Kerr's going to come back at Key here. As oh, Key's going to have to come in the pits very soon, actually. Very low on fuel at this point. So into the left-hander. Is Kerr going to make a move? Is Key going to come into the pits? I'm not sure how many laps of fuel that is remaining. But surely that's not a lot. Surely that is not a lot. I'll have to keep an eye out on Matty at this point as well. Matty is going to be on a roll here. Through the left-hander. Does Key come in the pits? This is the next question. We could say Kerr was a bit careless there. Correct. Is Kerr going to make a move? I think he's too far back at this point. Not gaining enough on the straight. You can see Matty in the distance there. Super GT will be worried about Matty. Oh, Kerr going down the inside, trying to make the move happen. Doesn't quite work. Key keeps that position. The fresher tyres. Slightly fresher tyres or worse tyres, actually. Let's have a look. No, Kerr has the fresher tyres. So Kerr should be stronger at this point. Very interesting. So I'm going to try and run through the grid order. Once we calm down a little. Oh, Kerr getting a big moment. Very big moment. Very big moment there coming out that right-hander. As we head towards the hairpin. Key probably going to want to try and get past Hirokram at this point as well. His battle for second place really is on at this point. Key's very low fuel. Very low. I'm not sure how many laps left of that, but it's significant enough. We've got a big battle going on further back, actually. I've got to guess where that is. It's one up. It's Rosso and Trevisio. Did anything happen here? I saw them very close. Nope, nothing happened there. We'll continue on. So Key and Kerr both come in the pit at the same time. Interesting, Kerr came in, he had the better tyres. But Kerr has slightly more fuel. Is this going to be enough for Kerr to jump Key? Is this going to be enough? What happened to Matty? Matty is on the 1-stopper. These guys are on the 2-stopper. I like that pun, Thomas. The key to winning the race is not being careless. It's very good play on words there. Here we go. Kerr has made the jump on Key in the pits. Well played, Kerr there. With a bit of strategy. Came in. Slightly more fuel. Got the advantage on the exit. Can Kerr defend this from Key now? This is a battle for position. Lost Shelty in there as well. It's Lost Shelty actually. So Lost Shelty is on the 1-stopper. So Lost Shelty is in this fight as well. Let's stay with Kerr at this point in time. Through the right-hander. Oh, Kerr's ran a little bit wide there. Oh, there's a bit of a tap. From Key up the old rear. Nothing much Key could have done there, though, to be fair. We'll try and see if we can have a look at that in a second. Through there, absolutely no issues. We're going to see Key go for a move here, I think. We're going to see Key go for a move. I can see it now. As we then... Oh, Super GT is in the pits. This is very significant in terms of the race. Kerr, Key and Super GT are all fighting for positions. Your first and second place racers are now where they were before all the pit stops kicked off. Hirokram is in there as well. Did not spot Hirokram in as they now leave the pits. What's going to happen? There's Hirokram. There, so they jump Super GT. Hirokram is there. Hirokram's going to keep that position. Kallum-Jones and Rosso up ahead as well. Key's jumped Kurt. Oh, that's going to be very deep by Key. Keeps it for now. We've got a battle further up as well. Kallum-Jones and Rosso into this right-hander. And yeah, Callum defending from Rosso at this point in time. These guys are obviously going to be coming in the pits shortly. Does he go for a move? He does not. We've got Hirokram, Key and Kurt. Through, there we go. I don't know what you guys are on about in chat. Through, there we go. Right, we continue on. So, Kallum-Jones, Rosso, I imagine are coming in the pits at this point in time. Yes, there they go. Oh, Rosso stays out for another lap. Hirokram going to try and jump on that slipstream. Elite Force has to go in the pits. He has one percentage of fuel. What's the gap back? Good question. Let's have a look. That gap is 10.8 seconds. So that's gone up from 9.3 earlier on when we saw it. But we're focused on this battle at this point in time. In to the left-hander, Hirokram, Key. Through the right-hander. Absolutely no issues for either of them this time. Key has been struggling on that right-hander. Top three go through. Oh, Key go for the move down the inside. Does he do it? He does. He stops it in time as well. Great move by Key there. Gains 5th position. Cracking move from Key there. We'll have a look back at that if we can shortly. Key to Creaser. I do not know the answer to that question. You're pretty sure Rosso is doing a one-stop, are you? Yes, he is doing a one-stop. You're quite right. So Rosso is in a fight for position here. Good shout there from the chat. So absolutely cracking move there. Hirokram flashing him over. They're going to try and work together here. This is good teamwork. Obviously Hirokram realising they need to actually push to get an advantage to try and catch up to Creaser. Maybe close that gap into the left-hander. So there's 28-second gap here. Obviously we know there's an 11-second gap to Matty. So if we can have a look at live timing just quickly. So they 8 seconds or 7.7 off Creaser. That gap is going to be very low at the end. Very, very low. Very, very, very low. So let's have a look at that move earlier on actually from Key. So this is the move on Hirokram. Is that a flash of the hazards there? Is that letting Hirokram... we've got to have to look at that again. I'm pretty sure Hirokram let Key go there. Very interesting tactic from Hirokram. Very interesting. Right, we'll jump back to the race. See what's kicking off here. 4 attempts. I don't think that's enough really to catch up to Rosso. As we continue on, we've got a line of cars here now. Huge line of cars. Key's going to go for the move. Doesn't quite do it. Hirokram's obviously had a mistake somewhere. Lost that slipstream. Continue on round that left-hander. We've got a left-hander and then into that tough right-hander. Key from the gap between those two. We'll have a look at that in a second. Key goes purple. Key's actually got the fastest lap as well. 12.3. Let's see if Key makes a move on Rosso here. Let's go on board, Key. Trying to go for the move down the inside. Oh, gets it stopped. Ran a little bit deep. Oh, bit of oversteer there. Not sure if there's contact. We will have a look at that after. But Key gets it done. And they're already breaking away from Rosso. Obviously, Key on the fresher tyres. That is going to happen. Is Hirokram going to overtake Rosso and try and keep with Key? Now, Rosso's got a bit of a slipstream here, so this does help Rosso out a lot. Excuse me. So Rosso very close. Is Rosso going to go for the move on Key? Oh, it's looking. He goes for it. Down the inside. Oh, Key broke very late there. Keeps that position. Great effort there from Rosso. And this group of cars still battling, but at the moment it's battling for positions that don't matter. Top 3 matter. 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th matter. We will have a look at them shortly as well. Hirokram going to come. Oh, we were going to go have a look at gaps again. Well, let's have a look at Hirokram. Hirokram going for the move again. Same as Key. Is he going to do it? Gets it stopped on the apex this time. Through Hirokram goes. That's another position for Hirokram. Rosso drops a position. Rosso actually having a fantastic race here, really, because he was way down the order earlier on after that first lap incident. So what's the gap between P1 and P2? We're going to have a look. We're going to have a look at gaps now. Let's have a look. So that gap between Creaser and Key is 7 seconds. Remember, Creaser is 1 stopping, Key is 2 stopping. Look at last laps. 0.6 of a second. This is going to be very, very close at the end of the race. Very, very close. Key is going to have to be on a mission here. If he didn't have those earlier mistakes, potentially we're going to have a finale for that 3rd place. One thing we actually haven't looked at, if we just go back to live timing quickly, is 10th and 11th. This is significant. Elite and Thunderstorm. 10th is allowed to race in the next one. 11th is not. That is going to be an interesting battle that we'll have to look at. But for now, we've got Kerr and Rosso. Same corner again. Is it going to be 3 in a row? It is. Kerr down the inside. Rosso loses another spot. Same corner. Through Kerr goes. Got that penalty finally down to 0.1 seconds. I was going to say, Tidgney's getting closer. Closer where? So that gap between 4th and 3rd is going to keep coming down, and I imagine Hirokram is going to push Key along as well. 6.6 seconds now. That gap is dropping like a stone. You can see Creaser in the distance there. Wow, what a finale we've got coming up here, guys. Let's have a look at last laps. 13.1 for Creaser, 12.7 for Key. Creaser is under all sorts of pressure here to try and maintain that gap. 0.2 seconds already. Hirokram and Key really need to work together here. They really, really need to work together. We've got a big battle going on the start-finish straight, actually, while we get here. We've got Trevisio, kallum-jones, Elite Force. What's happened to Elite Force during that lap? Elite Force was fighting for that 10th spot. Is not anymore. So Thunderstorm's got that spot. Oh, Trevisio in. Oh, we got contact. Big contact there between these 3 drivers. Trevisio, Kallum and Elite Force. And we'll keep a replay of that for later on. But big, big battle going on here for 11th place between these 3 drivers. Let's get back up to that position is what we wanted. Key and Hirokram. I want to see if Hirokram pushes Key along at this point. He's going to have 1 lap fresher tyres. And this is going to tell us whether they're going to help each other or they're going to fight each other. Top 3 qualify for the main race. Bottom 4 are not allowed to enter the next qualifier. That is how significant this race is. It's very important. There we go. Hirokram is not going for the overtake. I'm not sure why he's not bumping him along a little bit there either, but even so, you can see it happening. Oh, every time Hirokram goes into that corner, I feel for him. I do feel for him. So let's go back to that battle happening down here. Trevisio in 11th. Kallum in 12th, Elite Force in 13th position. Kallum looking to get the move done on Trevisio as we head down towards the first corner now. In to the left hand. We'll have a look at fuel shortly, actually. Any issues this time? Oh, more drifting. Absolutely more drifting. We have full-on Tokyo drift happening as we leave that corner. Kallum on the inside, pulls back in behind Trevisio at this moment. And that's going to settle down a little bit. Oh, Key and Hirokram. What's happened here? Oh, Key's off again. Key is off again. Oh, there's been a nudge. My word, what is going on? What is going on in this race at this moment in time? Hirokram through. Key hits the barrier. Kerr going on the inside. Kerr's going to get 5th position. Through Kerr goes. And potentially in the slipstream of Hirokram. No, he is not. Now, is Key going to go for the move? Key is going for the move. Now down the inside once again. We're all playing a lawnmower. Yeah, okay. Key now down the inside. Through he goes, keeps it this time, keeps it on the apex. And Kerr has finally got rid of that penalty. A round of applause in chat, guys. Round of applause for Kerr for finally getting rid of that 3.9 second penalty. Right, so what's important now? 6.2 seconds the gap between. Oh, hirokram, a big moment on that corner. Really showing he's pushing. 6.1 seconds between 4th and 3rd place. Can they gain a second a lap? That is how significant this is now. I mean, it's going to be hard to do that. Let's be honest. Let's have a look at fuel and tyres. You know, Creaser's tyres are not that bad. And hirokram has a lot less fuel. So Creaser's over-fueled here, which is significant. Any fuel issues between these guys? Absolutely none. So, does Key help or does Key battle? Let's find out. 0.8 a lap there by Cubitom. Thank you for that mathematics. Quick math for you there. But let's continue on. As we head towards left-hander. Does Key help? Does he go for the move into left-hander? Don't see any significance there at all at this moment in time. Oh, hirokram runs slightly wide. Really pushing. Is Key going to get the move done? Surely not. This is an unbelievable move. Key into 4th place again. hirokram drops down to 5th place after that mistake on the first on the first corner. I apologise for I'm using the same words over and over and over again. What can I say? He's going for first, says John Cleland. Oh, we've had somebody off. Somebody has been off here. I'm not sure who that is. I will try and find out. Trevisio has been off. Let's have a look at this. We'll jump back to the other action in a second. What happened to Trevisio? Into the corner he goes. He's been having lots of issues. Oh, big moment. And into the barrier. Yes, it was. Right. Key, hirokram, Kerr. Here we go. The battle for 4th. You can see Creaser in the distance there. So we're about to start lap number 42. And I don't think they're going to catch Creaser here. I think it's going to be a Twizzy first. And then a GTA 2nd and 3rd. Oh, Kerr with a move on the inside of hirokram. Gets it done. Fair play to Kerr there. And into 5th place for Kerr. So this battle for 4th is going to go to the wire. Purple as well by a significant margin. We're getting quicker and quicker here. Somebody asked if 111s are possible. He's 3 tenths up on his lap. 111s are definitely possible. So yes, this is a good point Cubitom makes in chat. While yes, the top 3 go into that Best of British race, it's then best reserves. So obviously if you come 4th, you are then the first reserve for that race. If somebody can't make it, you are then in that race. So, you know, 4th, still everything to play for. And Kerr still purple, lost 3 tenths so in the lap. Can Kerr get the fastest lap? Now that's something to take under your belt in this lobby. It's a very strong lobby. Is Kerr going to go for the move as well? Let's have a look. hirokram really struggling at this moment in time in this race. And Kerr with a fastest lap of the race, a 1 minute 12.2. Kerr is on a mission. Oh, Key getting all sorts of sideways. But nothing at this point in time. We did have a battle earlier on for... Ooh, we have a battle for 10th still here. Thunderstorm, kallum-jones, Elite Force. Oh, Thunderstorm's got an absolutely massive penalty as well. Remember, 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th are out for a month. 10th place is critical for these guys, and Thunderstorm is currently holding that place and somehow has to get rid of a 5-second penalty in 4 laps while maintaining position. How the heck is he going to do this? We'll find out in due course, I guess. But Callum catching up to Thunderstorm very quickly in terms of tyres. Oh, Thunderstorm is struggling here. Thunderstorm is really struggling here. As does Callum go for the move on the inside? Oh, Thunderstorm runs slightly wide. And Elite Force is in there as well, remember. Elite Force is in there. 1 month suspension if you are in 11th, 12th, 13th or 14th position. We now have the left-hander. And there's going to be all sorts of slipstream on here. All sorts of slipstream. But Callum has a penalty as well. So Elite Force, as somebody says in chat, just stay steady. And he's got 10th place potentially. So Thunderstorm goes to the left. Callum goes to the right. We're going to go on board Elite Force. Let's see what happens here going into this first corner. Remember, Thunderstorm's tyres are off here. Oh, a bit of contact potentially. No, Elite Force stops it. So Callum loses a bit of his penalty. Thunderstorm loses none of his. Oh my word, there's a bit of contact there into the barrier. 3 wide into the left-hander. Oh, this contact. Oh, this huge impact. Oh my word, what's happened here? Elite Force has got a 5-second penalty. My word, that was huge. We'll have to have another look at that in just a second. But Elite Force's situation is now over. There's no way he's making that position. Callum is in 10th position with 1.8 second penalty. That is Callum's. So Twizzy leading the way now, 14.4 seconds. It has been the Twizzy show in terms of his pace. Let's go to second place. In fact, Twizzy is approaching some back markers. Will he catch them by the end of the race? We don't know. We have Matty then in the middle. Then Creaser. That gap down to 3.8 seconds. If only the mistakes weren't happening. Key is into 4th place. Kurt is in 5th. So Key has been pushing along a little bit here. Doesn't make the same mistake this time. And what we will do, while it's died down a little bit, is just have another look at that instant. Here we go. So we're on board with Callum. Oh, huge. Absolutely huge. So we'll try and have a look at that from the old TV camera as well. There's all sorts of pressure from Trevisio now. Let's actually have a look at this from this TV camera. So Callum backs out of it. Double contact. Absolutely power drived. Callum takes that 10th position. It was a little bit of both because Elite was on the inside. Battle for 4th, first reserve. There we go. So Thunderstorm has been given the penalty for that. Drive through on lap 46. Because Elite was on the inside, I believe that's why Thunderstorm has been given the penalty. Because he closed Elite off and it's actually cost Elite there. So we continue on. We've got Key and Kerr battling for this 4th position. Key runs off again at the same corner. Oh, he spinned it this time. He's completely off. He's completely off. Oh, is he going to be contact? No. Lucky for the ghost. So looks like Kerr is going to get that 4th position. And Key's going to lose 7th to Rosso. As, wow, Key's had another moment. We'll have a look at that shortly. But yeah, Creaser, 4.1 seconds. It looks like we have the top 3 confirmed at this point in time. Kerr in 4th position. What a race by Kerr. Can we have a round of applause in chat at the moment in time for Kerr? Let's hope that's not a jinx, but unbelievable race by Kerr. Hirokram, 6.6 seconds of penalties. What on earth has gone on there with Hirokram? Potentially, Super GT is going to get 5th place here. It's going to get 5th place. It's not going to have his coveted 6th place. Oh, we got a spin. We have another spin. We'll have to have a look what the heck's going on down here. It's between focie. In fact, the leader's coming through there as well. Let's have a look what happened here quickly. Then we'll jump to Twizzy because Twizzy's about to cross the line. So through there, focie goes. There's Trevisio. Oh, Trevisio loses the rear. Focie. Oh, there's contact. It's a pit manoeuvre. Round goes Focie and Trevisio waits up. Twizzy is about to cross the line to take victory in the best of British Qualifier. He did lap people there as well. We have GTA Matty. We had some finishes as well lower down the grid. GTA Matty coming in 2nd place. Fair play by Matty. Had some issues to begin with. Fought his way through there. GTA Creaser didn't even know he was going to be in this race until 7:10 this evening. Comes home in 3rd position. And Kerr, what a fantastic job by Kerr. I'm really impressed by that. Hirokram trying to slow down his penalty. Super GT gets Hirokram on the line. Super GT gets 5th. Hirokram in 6th. Oh, we've got another battle at the end there. Rosso and Key. Very close finish between those two. And it's unfortunate for Key there. Really is unfortunate. Lots of mistakes in that race. And that's cost him big style there. Lost Shelty coming in 9th place. Fair play to Lost Shelty, who's at the back throughout that race, steady and consistent. Managed to get up into 9th position. Kallum-Jones in that 10th position. The final safe spot there for Kallum. Unfortunately for Elite Force, going to come home in 11th position. And unfortunately that means a suspension for 1 month. And that is also the same for focie and trevisio and ERT Thunderstorm. That is your grid. I will try and get the results up in just a second for you as well. Give me a second there. I'm apparently Twizzy now. As we then go to race results. So you can see the results there just for yourself. So Twizzy taking that win by 14.3 seconds from GTA Matty, who then had another 11 seconds. I'm going to have to do quick math now. From Creaser. The gap between Creaser and Kerr, 4.3. And then we had another 3-second gap then to Super GT. Then it was hirokram. A very close finish between Rosso and Key, 0.048 seconds between those two. Then Lost Shelty, 47.7 behind the overall lead, 10 seconds behind Key. Another 11 seconds back was Kallum, finishing that final spot. And then the relegation crew, who are unfortunately not racing for another month, is Elite Force, who didn't get lapped. And then we have focie, trevisio and ERT Thunderstorm, who unfortunately did get lapped. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that that race. If you've got any questions, fire them away in chat. Give them a clap in here. I can do that from the stream. There you go. I say, you got any questions, fire them away. I hope you enjoyed that commentary. Not sure what happened with some of the random comments during that. But even so, I'll say I hope you enjoyed it. We've got Sky Pikmin in chat. Race for Lazarus now, it looks like. Unfortunately, some comments there from a few people. Creaser and Matty, great strats there, as McLaren says. This was trust no one. This is a qualifier for the best of British race. So if you remember the multiclass race I was involved in, this is to get into that Group 3 category. And obviously you can progress from Group 3 to Group 1. Commentary was wicked. Thank you very much. When is the next race? The start of March, and I will be racing in that one. It is the multi-class race. We'll have Group 1 cars and Group 3 cars, and McLaren is looking at setting that up as well. We do accept new entrants, Josh. Talk to McLaren 6. There'll be threads on GT Planet about entering these races, best of British races. Obviously, if you're British, you're DRA at least, SRS, you can enter these races. In fact, I will post this in again. So that's one of the threads. But yes, I hope you enjoyed that race. That was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you for all the great comments, guys. As I enjoy commentary as well as racing. Obviously, I can't do both at the same time. So it's nice to get some commentary out there as well. Big thanks to McLaren 6 as well for organising this. He tests the strategies out in all these races. Make sure they're even. I mean, if you think back to the multi-class race, he made sure 3 cars were very close in Group 3, and we had 1 car in Group 1, and we had good strategies there, people doing different stuff, and the race in the end always comes down to the wire every single time. Whilst listening to you whilst racing. Were you, Twitty? Were you now? Hopefully I didn't deafen you too much during Carnage. Cheers for the nice comments, guys. If you have got any criticisms, though, guys, make sure you post them. Like constructive criticisms. We always, well, I say we. I'm sure McLaren 6 as well would love to hear constructive criticism to make these events even better next time, the time after that, and so on throughout the year. No, I don't, Tuscany. I've only drank 1 glass of water, actually. Give us a small cam of yourself at the bottom. I'm currently wearing an Olympiakos shirt. I don't support Olympiakos, but I can do that. I'm going to switch microphones at the same time here, I think, so bear with me. Transition. Hello. Hi. Oh dear, guys. Oh dear. Right, let's transition back. I'm wearing shorts, guys. I'm wearing shorts. Next time, give you some strippers and a 21 Savage halftime show. I will look at doing that. Twizzy did win. Indian food. Twizzy did win. In fact, I'll try and get off studio mode now. There we go. Nudes on YouTube. I'm not wearing 3/4 lengths. I'm going to make 3/4 lengths my thing at every single final now. You do realise that. Everyone bangs on about them now. I'm going to get some Tidgney Racing 3/4 made, and I'm going to make sure they're there. Although, to be fair, I'm not like proper 3/4 though, like my over-the-knee shorts, but everyone calls them 3/4. I'm back to ADR. I can join in. Yes, you can, Zanny. Yes, you can. Move over, Murray Walker. Tidge is in the house. Oh, thank you very much for that comment. That's very kind. I am Matty. That's what it is. Yeah, that guy. I know it's very, very, very difficult to show all the action, especially when the bright yellow outfit. I could come in like Ali G. It's so hard when the action is so close to try and keep that going, because I know there was battles in the middle and at the back at the start of the race, and trying to keep a handle on all of that. I'm a one-man show eventually. You know, PD have 3-4 PlayStations connected, so they can show multiple replays. I have one shot at a replay. One shot. So if I miss it, I miss it. Next podcast is going to be... I can tell you the answer to that because I've written it down. Give me a second. The 25th of February is the next podcast. How do you do the replay stuff? So, if you are ever spectating a race of any kind, make sure you have the keyboard thing enabled. Let me show you what that is. So if you go to spectate, if you go to spectator options, you have this. So you have to have a keyboard enabled. So first off, you do that. You then have Z, X, C, and V. So if you look at your keyboard now, they're the bottom left-hand ones. So Z marks a replay spot. Okay. So if you hit Z, it then goes, okay, you're going to do a replay. And then you have 3 timers. You've got X, which is 8 seconds from that marker, C, which is 13, and V, which is 18 seconds. Now, I normally go with V because you want the build-up to that. But that is how I do those replay markers. I'm not going to do an open lobby. I've got a few things I need to do. Who's in the podcast? I don't know yet. It's based on something that I can't talk about yet, but I will do. Cheers, Cupid Tom. Yeah, that's the thing. I've got 2 keyboards in front of me. I'm doing the replay stamps. I'm looking at the map. I'm commentating on the race. I also tried to get the key replay in there from his YouTube channel at the same time as doing all this. So yeah, difficult, but yeah. I'm the worst British player ever. You can join as long as you've got DRA and SRS. That is how you join these. See you later, guys. For anyone leaving just about now, driving school is going to be this week. It was meant to be on Friday, guys, but I went out and then it got really late, and then I tried to do it Saturday, and then it took too long, and I hadn't practiced for the races, as you saw on the live stream. So I had to have a quick practice of the races. So it's going to be out tomorrow. That's my goal tomorrow night. After work, I come home, I finish editing, I get it uploaded. Hey, Kurt. Kurt, amazing job, mate. Absolutely amazing job. I did better than PD at replays. I tried my best. Oh, I've always wanted to do this. Can I? Let's hide the. Hang on, how can I do this? There we go. I've always wanted to get this. I need somebody to help me with this to get this footage. Try and get Fernando Alonso on the podcast. Maybe we could try and get a racing driver on in the future. Maybe we can talk to Kaz and say, can we get Lewis on the podcast for like half an hour? Get him actually talking about GT and the stuff about it. Yeah, Kerr, honestly, unbelievable. Probably my driver of the day as well, Kerr. You were in all sorts of action throughout that. You were very opportunistic in places. There was one little incident in there, but it was a very, very, very good drive. Could get Igor Fraga on potentially at one of the podcasts. That is a possibility. That's some people at work hate the word possible. or possibly, because it means it's a yes or no, or could happen, couldn't happen. You got to try it, sort of thing. Yep, Kurt, your first reserves for the multiclass. Okay, so what that means is if Twizzy, Matty, Creaser, or any of the other Group 3 drivers can't make it, you're in. You're in that race. Yeah, Kurt, we watched it from both angles. So from Super GTs, it looks like you've gone, hey, Super GT, get out of the way. But from your angle, which is why I looked at it from your angle, what actually happened is Super GT went really slowly, and as you came in, you were sort of in the middle of the track, and it wasn't as bad. And I said that on the commentary, so don't panic. Teach, what cams do you have spectating? I'm not sure what you mean by that. We've got all the normal cameras. Well, yeah, Jimmy Broadbent does plan to play GT Sport at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, if anyone doesn't make it in Group 1 either, Kerr. So, like, literally, Kerr, there's a very big possibility of you joining the next multiclass race. Very good point. But yeah, Kerr, top-notch stuff, mate, honestly. Very, very top-notch stuff. Really impressed. Anyone got any more questions about this Best of British event? Just give you an idea, Kerr, 2 people couldn't make it last time due to internet issues and such. What? RG, the view's available. You've got TV camera. There's 2. Excuse me. There's 2 TV cameras. You've got variable and what's the other one? Standard. We were going to variable for a lot of that. Basically, one zoomed in a little bit more than the other. We then have bumper, hood and roof, and chase camera. So we've got the Best of British multiclass race at the start of March, and then what will happen after that is then there will be another qualifier, I assume. That's up to McLaren, how he organises it, I don't know. And then if you want to enter that qualifier, get in touch with McLaren 6, potentially via GT Planet or anything else. And then, yeah, maybe you can get in this race. Matthew Thomas, you're not going to beat me again, because next time I'm going to practice for the multiclass race and understand what the hell strategies are available, rather than guessing like a madman. As you probably guessed, because you even said I had no idea what the hell you were doing, Tidge. Does France count as British? Well, if we won the 100-year war, then potentially. Yeah, Matty, just don't, like, do some weird-ass move like last time. So, yeah, I understand the one with Zocchi. That made sense. Your one, you just didn't see me, so you sort of, like, went back in. I was like, whoa, crap, Matty, watch out. I expect full race commentary from the multiclass race. Dear Lord, that would be hard. I will be live streaming it. Don't get me wrong, I will be live streaming it. House search for those interested. Not much has changed. One of the houses I was looking at has gone down in price, but it's missing a garage, so it's not one of my major things. How about Canada? We do have the Queen as our head. Well, also up to McLaren to make it, a Commonwealth, best of the Commonwealth potentially. I don't know. Oh yeah, Matthew, I had no idea what I was doing. I was relying on chat, trying to do maths, failing at maths during the race. Yeah, I was terrible in that race. I was literally just... Subaru is just having a drive. Well, it does have its own parking spaces, but I want a place to store the R8 over winter. It's not a car I want to drive over winter. I want to keep it in a nice, good condition. It's an asset that I will appreciate. So I want a garage or a carport. I will settle for a carport. Alternatively, I potentially have to maybe get a house I like that doesn't have a garage, because finding a garage big enough is bloody hard, There's hardly any garages out there that fit normal cars, in an R8. Is to look for somewhere where I can store it over winter in a garage, in a safe place, safe environment where I can trickle charge it. I particularly liked how bad everyone was at working out number of laps. Yes, including me there. I had no idea. Some people did get it right, actually. You're quite right, RG. Some people said 75, 75. Some people said 80. I suddenly couldn't work out fuel and got scared during one pit stop. Yeah, but Matty, I can drive it in the snow. I'm happy with this, right? The problem is, I realised the R8 V8 is going to be literally an appreciating asset. So I want to keep it in best nick in terms of the paintwork. I can drive it fine. I drive my 370 in snow. That's rear-wheel drive and likes to kill you at any moment when it snows. Yeah, J Adam's Strat was like the best ever. Adam, I would, but like the house that I like that doesn't have it, doesn't have room for a garage. Could fit in any garage in Canada pretty much. Yeah, I'll be honest. The garages, if you think about the garages in the UK, a normal single garage just about fits now a mini, potentially. Maybe even not a mini. The garages are so small on modern houses, it is a joke. The house I live in at the moment, it's a double garage. It can fit 2 cars in quite easily, but it's full of other junk. But yeah, that's not my thing. Paint protection, yes, it is going to get paint protected as well. It's gonna get it's gonna have paint protection, and I might. Do you know what I might do? I might put the Tidgney Racing livery on there. Put it in the living room. Who needs a downstairs? As long as I've got a bedroom and a gaming room, we're all sorted. So we're doing a Tidgney meetup at your soon. We are actually Chocolate Box. It's a good point. So I've not checked my emails yet, but we have been invited to an opening event, and a lot of the guys in chat were on about meeting up along the route and all going up together in a convoy. Maybe we do that just for a bit of giggles and fun. Yeah, Clockwork. I'm not made of money, mate. I need an assistant, potentially. I mean, I've watched Iria's video about him, you know, being a little bit burnt out, which I can completely understand. I mean, a lot of people don't realise how much goes into a video or the amount of time you put in. So I sacrificed. So generally in a day. So if I think about a Tuesday, because that's my busiest day at work, I'm in work for 8. I potentially work till 7:30, 8. I come home, I eat. I then make a video and I go to bed on a Tuesday. That is literally my Tuesday done. I'll try and get a bit of practice on a FIA if I can. Normally I don't. But that's imagine doing that every day. If some people are doing that, if Aries is doing that, it's very substantial. So, you know, I can completely understand where it's coming from. Yeah, exactly. As Keith says, they're used for storage. It's bloody annoying. Can I film a lift? Potentially. We will look at doing that. We will look at sorting all that out. Obviously, we've got to look at the date of the event, dates of FIA stuff, dates of all sorts of stuff happening at the time. But if all is good and we can do it, we will. I'll set up some form of forum or discussion. Maybe this is where I need a Discord. I mean, I've always said I don't really want to have to manage something else because time is really an issue. But maybe some of you guys can manage Discord. I'll be in there as well, of course, just like overseeing, and we can discuss it in there and, you know, sort it all out. Yeah, it's 12. So Matty, when I say I struggle with time sometimes, I do struggle with time. So in terms of videos, me trying to do a video every day this month, which I wanted to do to try and catch up with some of the content, it's bloody difficult. Rent an R8, we could do that. We could do that actually. Or could have one last trip in my 370. Decisions. So yeah, Tuesdays are normally 12 hours. 11 or 12. Wednesdays, I try and get home as fast as I can. Lately, I've only been now getting home a little bit later. It's just manic at work. It's absolutely manic at the moment. And then Thursdays, again, is 12 hours. Friday, I get an early finish. Woohoo! Early finish Friday! Because the college kicks me out at 5. Mondays, I finish at 6. Which is why Mondays I can have a bit more time as well. Oh, there you go, Matty. So you work 5 hours less. I sacrifice. So in the week, I sacrifice all social events on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at the moment. Like any social activities, I don't go to. Mondays is potentially I can go to. Fridays I go to, because you need some you time. You can't just do it constantly. But yeah. Anyone leaving the stream now? Have a good week this week. As I say, there'll be a video every day this week. I've got it all planned and sorted. They're not all made yet, but they're planned and sorted. There's a stream on Wednesday. There is no stream on Saturday this week. I'm away. And I can't tell you why either. Some people know, some people don't, because it got accidentally leaked. Not by me, by somebody else. Do you know what? I'd love to work from home. In fact, I'd probably be more efficient at home because people would stop mithering me at work as well. But yeah, and you know, if my work gets more intense, potentially YouTube has to die down a little bit more, because I'm at that point now where my hours are sort of like, I'm at my limit of hours. So maybe video content goes down, live streams happen more, or whatever. We'll see. Up at 3:30 AM, home by 7:30. Wow. That is an insane work day, Zonny. I am not jealous in the slightest. Exactly, but I'm not allowed to do that at the moment. I'd love to say to my my line managers and go, I'll tell you what, I'll come in like 2 days a week, and then the other 3 I'll work from home. Bet you I get so much done if I did that. Mithering, yeah. Mithering. Stop mithering me. I pretty much have only 17 out of class per week, but spread out over 5 days, so no GT sport from Monday to Thursday. What a great feeling. Ouch. Ouch. What's my line of work? Good question. So I am, my official job title at this moment in time is Senior Systems Development Officer, I think. I might be called Coordinator now, I don't know, but I prefer Officer anyway. So basically, a college has to deal with data, of course. So, you know, registers, attendance, you know, all sorts of data. I look after, or I'm the lead role now in terms of the data, in terms of GDPR. Are we GDPR compliant? I'm not the data protection officer, but GDPR compliant. I'm not the IT guy. There is an IT department who deals with the hardware. So I developed the MI system, the learning support system. I write reports, you know, using database languages, SQL Server, MySQL, MariaDB. Used to be Oracle as well that I did stuff. So mainly using SSRS and a few other bits and bobs. But now I've somehow got into HTML again for some reason. So yeah, all sorts of... I'm the MI guy, exactly. I am... GDPR is a pain in the ass. I'll tell you what's funny though, Clockwork, is I go onto any website now. Like I'll tell you a story. So I was looking at car insurance, and I went on Direct Line's website, and they soft opted me in during the whole sign up account thing. So I tweeted them and went, "You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. Maybe someone should have a look at the rules." So they tweeted me back and went, "We're allowed to soft opt in anybody in terms of marketing." So I wrote back and included the ICO and went, yeah, you're not allowed to do that, mates. Maybe these guys will want to have a chat with you." No, I'm not, Matty. That's IT. That's IT who do that when students delete the files. I will sort out potentially... I'll try and spot student errors. So if somebody puts in, I don't know, their date of birth as 2018 or something during the enrollment process, I would try and find that and sort that out. Yeah, many sites have gone too far the opposite way with GDPR as well. You're quite right. Southport. I'm in Southport. They can get huge. You can. I can't remember the fines now. Was it 4% of your turnover, or no? Is it 4 million or 2% of your turn? I can't remember off the top of my head now. It's significant enough that you worry about it, which is why some companies have gone the opposite way. Did you, Adam? Did you? That's it. That's it. I knew it was something big. It's something big anyway, so that's why. Can you help me connect to the internet? No. You are on the internet already. Damn you, sir. But yeah, I will look at GDPR. So one thing a college would struggle with, potentially, is there's always been this mindset that a 16 to 18-year-old is still a child. So one thing with GDPR, which a lot of people don't know, is that a 13-year-old individual is in charge of their own data. Whatever that might be, they are in charge of their own data. So a parent or guardian doesn't necessarily have access or is allowed access to that data if the student says no. If the student says no, they are not allowed access to it. So, yeah, trying to get that to a lot of staff is quite difficult, because obviously they look at it and go, well, they're 16. But then you look at it in a very, very logical perspective, in the fact that a 16-year-old who's in a job, doing a job, the employer doesn't ring the parents. The employer deals directly with the student. What's different between that and the student in a college? Yeah, I struggle with my own internet. That is right. But again, what changes between a 15 and 16-year-old? What changes between an 18 and a 19-year-old? It's just their age. There's some weird-ass laws around the world, to be honest, where a 16-year-old can get married but isn't allowed to drink. I mean, what the hell's that about? Yes, you're quite right, Adam. Unless there's a risk to life, safeguarding and stuff like that takes precedence over then that. So yes, risk to life, emergencies like that, then safeguarding, GDPR then goes out the window, because life is the most valuable thing like you have, you know, your health and stuff. So yeah, if it's risk to life, safeguarding, that takes priority over GDPR. Again, then you're on the definition of what's a risk to life, potentially risk to life. You then go into complex grey areas. Yeah, can get married and have kids, but can't get a lotto ticket. What? Oh, it's incredible. How have we got into GDPR suddenly? Best of British. We're now talking about GDPR. Oh, we've got Nick here from the Porsche competition in Canada. Oh, I'll tell you what, Gareth, most government sites are miles behind, I'll be honest with you. They are miles and miles behind. But you've also got to remember, there's some government departments, let's put it that way, some government departments who are above the law as well. So when does that become significant? You know, like MI5 and MI6. They hold data of you that you have no idea about, and you can't request that data. Trust me, I know somebody who went to work for the security GCHQ. They knew everything about that individual, including his internet history for most of his life. They could tell him everything. They asked him why he went on a particular site at one point in time. Ridiculous. Oh, really? Wow. Wow. Yeah, do you know what? It's very scary when you find out that they have this much information on you. It is very scary, very, very scary. My music taste is vocal trance, for those interested. Your internet history is a dark place. Well, I'll tell you what, MOD security levels are hilarious. I mean, have you heard about the American security levels? Top secret is the lowest level of secrecy. There's like, I want to say there's 40 more levels above top secret that most people don't know about. Or is believed to be, anyway, at least. So imagine an iceberg. I can't remember. There's a diagram of this. Imagine an iceberg being top secret, where it's above the water, and underneath there's like a whole another level. Cuba Tom, I'll tell you a funny story. At my university, I complained all year about the internet. So much so that I ended up working for the IT team for free and helping them, you know, with tracing pings and stuff like that. And then they got the internet working by the time I left. The first year. Yep, keywords. That's very true. It's been known for that. There was a guy that flew to America. I want to say it was America. In fact, it was. And he put something on Facebook Messenger about a bomb of some kind. And he got pulled at the airport. In America, actually. One level that you know of above that, Gareth. It's like the American one. Obviously, nobody truly knows, but is very much believed, and a lot of people have said this. I think it's 40 above top secret. Don't quote me on that. Here we go. You're all being investigated. Have you seen Mr. Meet Your Strom? I have not seen that, Mr. OAP. I have not seen that. I should get my camera out here and just sit and chat to you, shouldn't I, really? Because you're just looking at the screen at the moment. Well, yeah, all this, everyone's on it, the NSA. The CIA are literally now going, Tidgney Racing, we need to have a look at this on the stream. Everybody's saying this. Everyone's doing this. What's going on? Here we go. Start investigating the leader. Yo, crazy. What's going on, mate? What is going on? We are now exposed. We are. We are. I suspect very soon that... yeah, I'll be the centre because it's my channel. I'll be honest with you, right? If I look at conspiracy theories and all that nonsense, right? Matthew Thomas, legend. But if I look at the conspiracy theories and stuff, I suspect there's going to be a major, what's the word? Release of data? Not release of data. Something very top secret is going to get revealed soon. Not that I know this, but I have a very sneaky suspicion. We're at that point now where we're getting a lot of whistleblowers, so the Snowden thing. I suspect something big will get revealed. It's not like I know what's going to happen, but I don't. Good luck, Mr. AEP, in getting that A rating. Time travel, well, it's not been proven impossible, has it? I don't think it will be time travel, though. The one thing with Trump, which I find interesting, actually, is why... So if America has all this top secret stuff, I suspect that of any president we've ever had, Trump would have revealed it. How the GT penalty system works, not very well at the moment, if I'm honest. The fact I need to do a daily race, guys. I don't know if you know this. In fact, I'll get it up on screen, actually. Let's see if I can get it on screen. Give me a sec. Studio mode. So, this is my current problem. Ah, no, didn't want to do that. Now there we go. So, I'm clicking the wrong bloody keyboard now as well. Because I have this, I need to bloody get to 99 again. And I only got this because Lewis was helping me. So, yeah, I'm not sure. The thing is, right, guys. Alright, let's talk about space for a brief moment. I really need to go and do other stuff, but let's talk about it, right? It's always been said, and this was like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that the military is 30 years ahead of the private sector, right? The military is always 30 years ahead. So, you know, they went to the moon in 69, and they obviously must have gone to the moon, otherwise the Russians would have gone, no, you did not, niet. That's lies, you did not go. But they obviously saw it and whatever. So you're telling me then from 69 to 2019, which is 50 years, you're telling me they've not advanced space technology enough to be able to go to the moon, go to Mars, to even go to the edge of our solar system? Like, easily as well. Yeah, you're having a laugh. And remember, you got Murphy's Law as well, which is ×2 on the technology. So, yeah, I thoroughly believe that there's some nonsense going around there. I highly suspect that... why can't we view Nick? Are we on a bug camera here? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's about technology jumps, isn't it? From my memory, I'm gonna have to Google this now. It's about you always jump. It's always multiplied by 2. Don't quote me on that. Or am I on about something else here? I swear it was Murphy's Law it was called. What's the times 2 thing then? Moore's Law, that's the one. Moore's Law. Murphy's Law, Moore's Law. I don't know. Bloody hell. You get my meaning though. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Space technology hasn't changed in 60 years, for what we know, which is why I think America's up to no good. I don't believe the private sector is getting into space and the Americans aren't already there. I thoroughly believe that. Thoroughly believe it. I mean, like America, when they want to cut funding, they go, okay, we'll cut funding to NASA. Yeah, sure, you've got something else up your sleeve. And didn't that hacker, what was the guy from Scotland? Can't remember his bloody name now. Oh, bloody minute. What was his name? Gary McKinnon. That was the one. He said he had a list of you see, he hacked their systems, and he's taken lie detector tests, I think. Don't quote me on that. But that he got a list of off-world officers. I think the answer was. You say they're broke. Who are they broke to? Apparently every country in the world is in debt. As I say, I have a sneaky suspicion we're hiding a lot. Oh, we're not, but some countries are. Yeah, but I mean, look at recent. They're trying to build that ion propulsion system, aren't they? Don't quote me on how far that is, because I don't research everything. I research space in my spare time when I get a chance, just because I'm interested. Rothschild conspiracy coming in. Here we go. I disagree. Space has the most ridiculous monetary return imaginable. Asteroids are worth, like, not even billions. It's like times whatever. It is, but it's a propulsion system, is it not? Don't quote me on that. Shotmaster's just turned up. Yeah, but think about all the metals inside them. You know, we're going to run out on this planet eventually. Those asteroids are going to be worth a fortune. Absolute fortune. I say, guys, I honestly believe that the Americans are very much in space, the military that is, and doing far more things than we anticipate. I always go back to Bob Lazar as well. I think that story is so interesting. They've recently brought out a new documentary, but I've not watched it yet. The Italian baguette. Si, hola! I bet you could build a big garage on an asteroid. We're talking about space at the moment, Contra 1. Flat Earth. Oh yeah, we live on a flat Earth, that's what it is. They've weaponized the moon, that's an interesting thought. But why would they let China go up there then? Or is that all just marketing? They will, because if you take off of, from the moon, it's like, well, it's much easier, isn't it? Because of gravity and crap and no atmosphere. Yeah, exactly, Dave, exactly. But I don't know. I'd say that's my belief at the moment in time. I don't believe that France invades England. But you know, I can't. I look at some of the stories. I don't. Most UFO stories are nonsense, but like the Bob Lazar story, that very much intrigues me a lot. And that the what's his name again? Gary McKinnon. Is that it? Yeah, Gary McKinnon. That story interests me a lot. Oh yeah, the man suing his parents for giving birth to him. What is that about? What is that about? Maybe we should have like an hour's like live chat where we just talk nonsense. Forget racing. We just have a chat. Yes, Contra One. I have heard of Black Knight Satellite. That is another interesting story. That's been around for donkey's years, hasn't it? Stupid stop motion. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for subbing. Hopefully you enjoy the content. Continue to enjoy the content. Yeah, we're worrying about more aliens, though. UFOs obviously exist. Next podcast, 25th of February. So, yes. That's when it's going to be. I can't tell you what it's about yet. Until, I can't even say why. Yeah, but a lot of people say you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do whatever. I'd say I honestly believe the Americans, and maybe a few other governments, I reckon they're up there, you know. I honestly do believe that. I might sound like a nutter, and then you might want to unsubscribe to me right now or whatever. But, yeah. Tidgney in space. Tidgney in space! Aliens, of course, exist. It's actually more stupid to say they don't exist than they exist. There's more stars and grains of sand. I mean, you multiply that again by, what, 7, is it? Somebody says. And that's literally how many planets there are. Is it, which one's the closest? Kepler. I know, not stars. I know stars, what is it? 4 light years away? Don't quote me on that. But in terms of the most interesting planet, it's Kepler, isn't it? Or star system. Barely down here. I like that one. Well, interesting you say that, Just No One. Recently, a lot of cold fusion research companies have had a lot of investment. Like, a lot recently. We are aliens, well, Tidgies anyway. Thank you. Ija. Yeah, they said you couldn't travel around the world in 80 days. Then Phileas Fogg came along. Yeah, let's actually remake the moon race. Or is it GT5 that had that? Kepler 86. Thank you very much, Keith. That is the one. Well, AI is going to be the next big thing, isn't it? Let's be honest. AI is literally the future. But don't we need quantum computing before AI? That's when it gets scary. That's when it gets bloody scary. I will be honest. Although obviously it's not quite AI. I want when I buy my house, just be able to go, Alexa, open the blinds. Alexa, switch on that light. Alexa, make me tea. Alexa, get me McDonald's. MH370, yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. There was another one as well. Actually, no, I think it was that one, wasn't it? Didn't it fly for like an extra 5 hours and nobody told anybody? Tidge likes Alexa. Alexa? This is where Amazon listen in. You said what? What did you say, Tidge? What's going on? I am still going Calster. Well, I like these kind of chats. It's great. Although I really need to go and sort out stuff for work, but I'll do that in a minute. Cuba Tom with the best sarcasm of the day. Alexa, with my FIA rate. Alexa, switch off Lightning's internet on the last lap. So I win. It disappeared, but it didn't disappear off radar. I'm pretty sure it was that flight that actually continued broadcasting for another 5 hours. Not from the plane itself and the people on the plane, but literally, you know, radar to whatever, the way the plane communicates. Alexa, hide my internet history from the government. And then Alexa responds and goes, I can't do that. I am the government. Alexa, play Despacito. Yeah, there you go. Chris has got it. It pinged automatically every 10 minutes. See, you trust no one? Yeah, I'm going to disappear. I'm definitely gone by 10, guys. I'll have it over a vodka, Contra 1. Over a vodka. Yeah, it was huge. I just remember watching a video about it. Don't believe all videos on the internet, but this one was a factual one about the black box and not black box, sorry, about the radar systems and how it was communicating, even though nobody could get contact. Yeah, you know what? Vodka is never at GT events. It's been at 1 out of 4 so far. Madrid was great. I know, 100 people listening to random garbage, conspiracy theories, space, Alexa, my job. It's great. I love this kind of stuff, though. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And you're getting some nice footage of Bluemoon Bay. Alexa, send Super GT to the Shadow Realm. Well, it's not garbage. It's kind of nice to have these conversations. Because, you know what? Like, you look at some of these subjects and people won't talk about it, like your friends won't talk about it or whatever, or they might look at you stupid or go, whoa, why are you talking about that? But then actually, in the end of the day, it's actually interesting subjects. Do you know what I mean? Just like listening to what people have to say. You know, some people disagree that the Americans are in space, some people agree, some people think, well, I mean, we said Murphy's Law, I meant Moore's Law, but do you know what I mean? It's the same thing. I just think a random... Do you know what? There's not many videos or streams out there that just talk randomly or about random stuff. We always talk about random stuff on our streams. We talk about all sorts. Yeah, just an hour of talking. Food. Yeah, I tell you what, guys. Anyone who didn't go to Monaco for the trip, the food wasn't the greatest. Like, the setting was nice, but the food was always a buffet style. The burger was nice, actually. When we went for that burger place, that was nice. But the food, yeah, not the greatest. The hotel was awesome, but I would prefer just meals rather than go up, pick what you want, go back, go up again. And it's always like little bits of stuff. It's never like something that you go, oh yeah. Like, for me, if I had a steak pie there, I'd be like, oh yeah, here we go, pie. We got any bread? Oh, a pie sandwich, here we go. Cup of tea? Got any cup of tea? Exactly, as Matthew says, the finger food. We went to Rathcass. I'm thinking, alright, we're going to get some decent food. It was snacks! I'm thinking, Jesus, I need a meal here. What's going on? Salzburg. Yeah, oh my word, Salzburg was terrible. Even Kaz realised how bad it was and was like, I'll buy you all Big Macs. Got on the coach and was like, oh, you all still hungry? And we're like, yes. And he was like, okay, I'll get some Big Macs back to you at the hotel. Got to the hotel. The minute they said Big Macs, I was like, oh, I'm straight down. Believing heck, I had 2. Chips were a bit horrible because it was a bit cold at that point, but 2 Big Macs. Pastas, pies, pizza. How can I? Yeah, exactly. I want rice though. Yes, I know, Matthew, you lucky sod. Monaco Pound Bakery. Oh, would it be Euro? A Monaco Euro Bakery. But yeah, the food has been quite bad. I know at Salzburg they ordered takeaway on 2 nights in a row. It was that bad. They got pizza in on the finals and yeah, Big Macs the night before. I just can't imagine Kaz going up to a McDonald's at midnight and just going, yeah, can I order 50 Big Macs, please? I'm not joking. Like, you walk down into the hotel reception area. It's like a little country hotel as well. And it's just piles and piles and piles of Big Macs. It was hilarious. I should have taken a picture. Oh, yes, guys. If you don't know about this, actually. So Matthew Thomas has just said about sparkling water at Centre Parks. Like, I drink a lot of water. Matthew's been to most events that I've been to. Like, I will probably drink the most water out of anybody there. So when everyone goes to get a bottle, I get 2 bottles of water. We went to the shop. Everyone bought like 1 bottle of water. I bought 6 bottles of water. I gave one to Z28 though. And so we got to Centre Parks. I'm like, I'm thirsty. I'm dying of thirst here. I drink a pint of water before I go to bed. Like, literally, just before I go to sleep, pint of water down. And literally, we got to the Centre Parks reception. I was like, oh, it's some water. Looks alright. Got it. Germany is obsessed with sparkling water, I tell you what. So I bought some, and they bought some as well, Matthew and Lewis. And we were sharing a house at the Centre Parks. Got back, and I was like, oh Jesus, it's sparkling water. Oh no. It's like just the worst thing in the world. And I tried to just drink a bit of it, and it just made me feel ill. I'm always hydration is one of the biggest things for me. I try and stay hydrated as much as I can. Well, when you're abroad, you don't know which water you can and can't drink, so I just assumed I can't drink any and buy bottled water. And to be fair, I don't drink tap water here either. So we've got a filter on the fridge for water. Otherwise, I'll buy bottled. No, Z28. When I gave Z28 a bottle of water, that was in Monaco. I bought a 6-pack and I gave him one. I'm a fighter, drink gallons of it. Yeah, Chris, I'm the same though, but I'm not a fighter. Like besides that, I drink. Oh God, how much do I drink a day? It's got to be 3 litres at least, if not more. It's got to be. Any cheeky Monaco stories? Oh, there was one night actually. Yeah, okay, here's a story from Monaco. You'll like this. Obviously, we're well into the stream here, so not many people will go back on the VOD and listen to this. So, it was... I can't remember what night it was. One night, and I'd said to Z28, yeah, I'm well up for going out at some point. I think it was the night of the burger place, actually. We got back from the burger bar, and I was literally in my room, and I literally was in bed at this point. And I got a message from Z28, it's like, do you want to go out? And I think... PCM_STJ had already said, where are you, Martin? Like, we're in the bar, etc. I was like, I'm already in bed, etc. So they went out. Apparently there's a lot of what's the word? Paid work in Monaco. Let's put it that way. Paid work. So yes, fair few euros, and you can have somebody for the night, basically. Let's put it that way. So they were approached by these people, and yeah, they were acting dead interested in them, and then someone told them what they were, and yeah, so that's how much did you pay, Tidge? 0. I was in bed when they asked me to go out. I was like, sod this, I'm not getting back up and going out. But I did live up to the tuxedo. The one thing I forgot to do in Monaco, I said to Lightning that if one of us gets on the podium, we should do a shoey, and we forgot to do that. Yeah, night shift workers. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You didn't know about that story, Shamus? Really? As if Carlos didn't tell you. That's a true story. It's in the WhatsApp as well. It's a big group. Because Carlos was telling everyone, oh, everyone come out, come on, let's go, let's go. But yeah, I was in bed, as I say. Ladies of the night. I think it was €200. Don't quote me on that, though. I think that's what the price they told me. Oh, Numbnuts has joined. Were you even at Monaco? See you, hola! I was ready to... It has, Chewy. It finished a while ago. We've just been chatting nonsense for an hour. Well, not nonsense, but... Oh, I love that play on words, Matty. I love that play on words, son. Oh, dear. I should go around to Matty's house, actually. He's like 10 minutes away from me. Who won? Twizzy won. There was allegedly a cute girl working for PD and someone tried to chat her up. Well, there's 2 people I can think of. The one person I'm guessing was... the one person I'm thinking of, I didn't see anybody try to chat them up. There you go. Yeah, okay, that's the person I'm thinking of. Do you know who tried? I'm interested in this story. Who tried? Cute announcer. I'm assuming you mean... oh, what the bloody hell's her name? Her name's gone out my head. Let me go on Twitter. I can't remember her name. She follows me. So, oh, I pressed the wrong bloody button. I've got 2 keyboards in front of me. Julia. That's her name. Julia Hardy. No, I don't think so. Julia was extremely wasted in Monaco. Not so much at Monaco. Sorry, extremely wasted in Madrid. Not so much at Monaco. Although she pushed me into the centre of a dancing circle. I can't dance with Toffee, so I just look stupid. I'd love to know who was trying to chat up Georgina. I'm quite curious now. I might have to ask her next time I see her. Or if I get to see her again, should I say. I'll tell you what, guys, actually, the one hilarious thing from Monaco. So we went out, we had the after party. I wore the tux, as suggested. So it got to 3 in the morning, and I think the hotel bar was closing. And this was all on PD as well. It was great. Free bars every time. So, everyone's like, oh yeah, we're going on to this next place. We're going on to this next place. And I'm thinking, I'm up in 4 hours for the bloody airport. So I went to bed. A few of us went to bed. They carried on. And then some guys got in at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, didn't go to bed. So the coach on the way back to the airport was hilarious. Everybody was just dead. Everyone just sunglasses on. Oh, I've got a headache, etc. Me and Zed were alright, actually. Tell you what, Nice Airport was crap. Do not go to Nice Airport. Cheers, Rosso. That sounds good. Then I can drink water on the fly and maybe not have to. I could, because I was trying to get Key's stream up to see the accident because I missed it. So I was doing that while commentating, while doing other stuff with 2 keyboards in front of me. If any girl tried to hit on Lloyd's, I don't think so. Oh, it's great to meet Lloyd's, actually. We met at the airport, so there was me and Lewis. We're going through Paris, because we had to transfer at Paris for some unknown reason to science. We thought we saw Zed on the... I went to Lou, and Lewis thought he saw Zed. And then we walked up to where the airline was going, and then we saw Lloyd's, Zed, a couple of the other guys. I can't remember exactly who it was now off the top of my head, but yeah. Probably Contra 1, probably. I would probably say that. I'm stopping it. I know! You guys are asking me questions. Cubatom, you were there as well, yes, quite right. I can't remember. See, I can't remember. You were sat on the other side though, because we came over to you first. That's why we came over to you first, and then Zed was on the other side, Deffy, and Lloyd's. And Lloyd's had gone straight from work. So Lloyd's was knackered. This after chat needs its own video. Tidgney after 10. Let's talk about nonsense. Yeah, Lloyd's missed the one day he had to see Monaco. But I suppose the sleep-in helped him, actually. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, we got to Nice Airport. This was great. So there's like 10 of us, eventually, coming off the plane from Paris. We all wait, get our luggage. We all walk out, and we see the GT team waiting there. So we all walk up. I'm sort of leading the way. And first guy goes, "What's your name?" I go, "Martin Grady." They go, "Oh, Martin Grady, you've been upgraded." I was like, "What?" And I knew exactly what it meant. I was thinking, "Oh, yes, get in there, son." And everybody else said their name, and then everyone was like, "Where are you going, Tidge?" I'm like, "I've been upgraded." And then Lloyd's, I think Lloyd said, "Oh, give him the trophy already. He's won. He's won. He's the favourite." So yeah, the helicopter was mental. I should upload the full thing. Did that helicopter have massage seats? The whole thing shook, Matthew, so technically yes. Technically it did. But yeah, that helicopter ride was unbelievable. Like, I'll be honest, a little bit of me thought about the Leicester Football Club incident. I'm not going to lie. So I got... They said about it. I'm assuming Cockabun had been there for ages. Same with Base. So, yeah, it crossed my mind a little bit, and I thought, you know, screw this. This is going to be fun. This happens all the time. Nice to Monaco. There's nothing to worry about. Not for the next one, Chewy, I don't think. Lewis is in chat, so... Oh, ouch, Cubitom, ouch. Matty, I've done my helicopter ride now. I'm assuming I won't get another one. I mean, just think, last year, guys, I was only going on a cruise. And then by the end of the year, I'd been on 13 flights. I think it's 13. One of which was a propellered plane. And a helicopter. Just mental. Yes, Zeke, that is. Ah, okay, not that long ago. That's fair enough then. There you go. Lewis has said there'll be one in mid-March. Maybe set up a full GT Planet thread, Lewis. Then I'll send people over there. Yeah, I got my radiation that year. You're right, Kevin. You are right. See you, Adam. See you, Chris. I think on that note, I might... Paris plane. Cubiton, were you with Flyby? That's who I went with. I need to change this stream description, actually. So here he is, wasn't in there. GTA Creaser was. GTA Creaser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's everybody. Oh, Tuscany didn't race. Oh, who replaced Tuscany? Focie, Trevisio. Kallum-Jones is in there. Lewis, can you tell me who replaced Thingamabob? Off the top of your head. Who are the two people that... Rosso, thank you. Let's get Rosso's name in there. F4H Rosso. There we go. Yeah, I'm on my trip next weekend. I'm going with the Flyby again. I've flown a plane. Wow, you legend, you. I've not flown a plane. Watch this! In fact, in GT Academy 2011, they flew planes. They flew the stunt planes. God, that'd crap me up. Something else doing that. Really would. They do. And the metal flexes anyway because of the hot and cold change. Oop. I just nearly spilt water all over the power. That would have been very helpful. Not. I've flown a car. Does that count? Yeah, we all saw that. Well, the plane I was on was dual propeller. I was sat right next to the bloody propeller as well. It was noisy as hell. I'll tell you what, it trips you out a little bit though, because if you film it, you know how I film takeoff and landings, the propeller, because you've got filming at 60 frames per second, the propeller doesn't move at certain points. So you like look at the video and you're like, what the hell? Right, I'm going in 1 minute 30 seconds. If you've got a question, fire it out. But I'm definitely going in 1 minute and 30 seconds. I need to go do stuff here. I trained before this as well, guys. I've been out all day, and then I came. I had a carvery, and then I had dessert because I was still starving. Came back, and then I did some cardio training. I upped the intensity of it as well, so I was pretty knackered. Then GTA decided to have Team GTA decided to have a wobbler. The fight between Creaser and Bishop to get in this race. Best race I did, well, last year, Dutchy, I guess, right? Do you know what? The one I did thoroughly enjoy was that Pug Group 4 race at Yamagiwa, because that was something else. I had to drive seriously intense. Chocolate box, it changes. Absolutely changes. Changes all the time. I had some cracking races last year, to be fair, but that one sticks in my mind a lot, that FIA one. Good job it's getting on TV. YouTube. But yeah, chocolate, it changes. changes. Depends on, you know. Yeah. Have you ever drifted not drifted my own one, but there is. I'm going to link this just before I disappear so you can go and watch it. I did feature on Eurosport drifting a 370. Give me a second. Go away, adverts. Says the person who puts adverts on his videos. I think it's it. Copy video URL current time. You can go watch this, guys. Red or blue pill? I can't remember which one does which. Did you ever win a test season? Do you know what? I've never fully won. I've been on the podium a few times. But yeah. So there you go. Watch that, chat. Go and watch that. That's me, GT Academy. I did not spin in that footage that it shows. The only reason my time was slow in that was because I'd never driven a 6-gear car and couldn't find reverse for 20 seconds. I was actually, I believe I was the fastest in the second and third holes. And I was first to go out as well, so everyone saw I outbroke myself on the bloody end. No practice that, by the way. No practice for that run. So everyone saw I outbroke myself and broke a little bit earlier and didn't hit the pit crew at the end. But there we go. Right, guys, I'm going. You've had me for an extra minute. So thanks very much for tuning in, guys. What an awesome event by Lewis. Absolutely fantastic. We've had an hour of chatting as well, which has been brilliant. So yeah, I will see you next time for, well, you got video tomorrow, video Tuesday, stream Wednesday, and then videos throughout until next Wednesday. So yeah, have a good week, guys, if I don't see you. And yes, just enjoy your week. Have fun times. If you're struggling with anything, just try and think of positives. Talk to people if you need to. But alas, I will see you soon. Ciao.